What's going on YouTube? I just got to set up the Facebook real quick, get the double stream going, make sure I don't mess up. What's going on Facebook? I'm here live on Facebook, on my phone, on YouTube, on my computer, and I want to talk about how MAGA is getting set up. There's a lot of traps that the media is setting. There's a lot of traps that society is setting, and there's also bad actors or maybe just bad researchers in the MAGA movement that over the last couple of years, and especially over the last couple of weeks, have been kind of sheep herding people in the wrong direction, and they're setting you up for failure. They're setting you up to look stupid, and they're also setting you up to get censored. So we're going to work around that, and I'm just going to talk about the traps because I think, the media has lied about most people who support the president. Obviously, there's bad apples in any bunch, but the majority of people, especially I've gone to rallies, I've gone to events, 99% of the people there are fantastic people's families, mothers, fathers, kids, people that are single and great people. So this is not me saying anything bad about the movement or the people in it, because I think most people in it, a high majority, are fantastic people. But I just want to tell you guys that there's bad actors, traps all over the place being set up right now for MAGA, because just like they're doing to the president, they want to take you down as well. So that's what we're going to do here. Work through the fake news, work through the traps, and let people know, because I like people too much to let them fall and fall on their faces. So that's what it is. God bless you. I want to say too, I had an Instagram live stream. If you don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is DreamRare, @DreamRare, DreamRare. That's the same as my hat store, dreamrare.com. But I was on there last night and I was joking around, having fun. And I got a lot of messages. People said, Anomaly, I haven't laughed that much all last year. You made me laugh a lot. So I'm going to try to be funny. I don't know. Sometimes I'm funny on here. Sometimes I get mad or something. And I think it's funny, but some people don't. It reminds me of like a comedy store. Someone makes fun of me. I make fun of them. I find it funny. So I'm going to try to be funnier. Also, real quick, I'm not going to do this every time, but I'm going to lift some weights real quick because I want to, someone's like, you're inspiring me with the fitness. So instead of just crying all the time, we're going to get huge. I already said if we're 900 pounds of pure muscle mass, if we're all, not 900 pounds, that's probably deadly, but 200 pounds of pure muscle mass, they can't take us all to the gulags, folks. So I'm not going to turn this into a fitness and a comedy channel, but while I'm out here reporting on the news, why not double task? Let's get jacked in the morning. I'm going to drink my coffee. I'm going to make jokes. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get through the news. We're not going to lie to people, but we're going to have a fantastic time. So that's what we're doing here, folks. Let's enjoy it. Thank you for the huge numbers. I have 8,300 people on Facebook. Wow. Almost 9,000 people on Facebook, 1,000 people on YouTube. We're going to hit 10,000 people on this Sunday morning. God is great, folks. First, I'm going to say a prayer. Thank you, Lord Jesus. I appreciate you. Sunday's been my favorite day. I love Sundays just because sun's up. Everybody's home. What are we doing? Playing soccer, going to church, whatever you want to do. I love Sundays. I'm very grateful. Despite all the censorship, despite all the wickedness in the world, despite these wicked lockdowns that have taken away hundreds of thousands of businesses and just people's mental sanity for a year, thank you so much for blessing me with the ability to reach this many people. It's fantastic. From my cell phone with no manager, no label, no marketing deal, really nothing, just 100% raw support from the people. So thank you so much. And just hard work and dedication. So I'm very grateful to even be here. What a time to be alive, and having this many people on a Sunday morning. Did not expect that. Thank you guys. I'm going to get some, hold on. I'm going to get some jumping jacks in. I'm just glad to be here, folks. This is a fitness channel now. You thought you were getting the news? Let's go. 2, who's doing the jumping jacks with me? Let's go. They can't take us all to the gulag if we do jumping jacks. I said I'm too fast. I'm the fastest person alive. You seen this? They can't bring me to the gulag if I'm this nimble. Excuse me. Sorry. Hold on. Let's get right. My goodness. Do some squats. Hold on. I'm tired now. I can't breathe. All right. I did not mean to do that. I just got excited. What were we talking about? The Lord, Sundays, soccer, basketball, tennis. No, MAGA's being set up. Right. Okay. Let's get to the important part, because I got to catch my breath. Too much of an athlete. I'm sorry. I got lost in the sauce. But the story of the day is about what's going on. And I don't know, from the start, it's been years now, but especially over the last couple of weeks, it's been ramping up. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm a nice guy. I'm a fun guy. You ever do a mushroom joke? You like mushrooms? I'm a fun guy. Get it? Is this thing on? No. Anyway, so I'm not going to say people are agent provocateurs or setups. I'm just going to assume, I'm sure some people are, some people aren't. I'm just going to assume that everybody means well and they're just lost in the sauce like everyone else. So let's just say everybody has a good heart and a good intention, but some people are misled. So the first way that MAGA is being set up, and I'll get into all of them. Someone said Gulag commissionary. Thank you so much. I'm going to need that money. I'm going to reinvest in my Gulag savings fund to get a runaway car. Thank you. But the first one is with fake news. I believe, don't quote me on it because I don't know that much, but I think if you have the truth, if you speak the truth, you have favor. You know, we might not have the institutions. I might not, Facebook might not like me. Maybe hopefully some employees do, but some probably don't. We don't have all this big business behind them. You know, we don't have Facebook. We don't have Twitter. We don't have Google. We don't have them. They don't like our politics per se. I don't think Zuckerberg and me have the same politics. So what we do have, in my opinion, is truth. If we speak truth to power, if we keep it 100% real, that's a special thing. The second that we lose that, I believe we lose favor, and I believe we look really stupid. You know, I'm not here to be fake news. The whole reason I made this channel, I want to be real news. I don't like fake news. I don't care if it's left-wing, right-wing, Fox News, CNN. I don't want to bomb Middle Eastern countries randomly and tell me it's patriotic or tell me it's Obama, so it doesn't matter because he's the first black president. No, I want the truth. So if I come here, I'm not going to lie to you purposely. If I make a mistake, I'm willing to correct myself immediately. And what I've seen over the last few years in the MAGA movement are a lot of these icons, and a lot of them are anonymous accounts. Some of them have real faces to it and real names, but they spread, like, shamelessly spread fake information to set you up. And when you share this misinformation, multiple things happen. First of all, you're in the middle of a social media purge. So they're looking at my channel right now. They wish I would share this info. If I shared this info, they would have took down my page earlier this week, but they can't. They'll probably do it eventually, but they can't because I'm keeping it too real. So they're with their binoculars looking to destroy you, looking to take you down behind enemy lines. Don't give them a reason to. Don't become fake news, because then you get your account taken away. And also, it's just embarrassing. You're a liar. So I log into Parler today, no disrespect, and I see Lynn Wood share an article from conservativebeaver.com that's telling everybody that the Pope got arrested. A lot of people trust Lynn Wood because he's a top 10 lawyer maybe. And, you know, he's a very well-known lawyer. He's had some big wins. His record is very good. So people are sharing this article and spreading all this information in MAGA that the Pope got arrested. You know, a lot of people don't like the Pope. So, wow, look at that. Conservative Beaver, I know that name because months ago in my inbox, a lot of people were sharing anomaly. Check this out, conservativebeaver.com. And it said that Obama got arrested for espionage. So I'm going to just tell you guys, since I studied news for a living, I guess, I'm going to tell you the traps, how to not share fake news and how to not fall for it, no matter who shares it. So first of all, the first red flag to me when someone shared me that article months ago that Obama got arrested for espionage, it was never true. It was always fake news to set up MAGA, to entrap MAGA. The first red flag is that I've never heard of Conservative Beaver before. I've been sharing, I do conservative news for a living. If you're a conservative, you know Breitbart, you know Fox News, you know all the mainstream, you even know the conspiracy outlets that share stuff. Have you ever heard of Conservative Beaver? I never have, and I study it for a living. So that was the first red flag. Why is this what's Conservative Beaver? So then I just do a quick Twitter and a Google search, and I'm looking for any outlet to share it, any single one, whether it's right wing, left wing, somebody in the Trump administration, even a fringe outlet that I don't even send my trust. No one else has the story. So right off the bat, I'm like, this is a fake article. I've never heard of it. It's like a hoax site or just a really poor site just getting clicks to make everyone look stupid or, generate revenue off of MAGA. So I saw thousands of accounts share that article, even some big ones, and it looked really stupid. And then the mainstream media said, look, MAGA's fake news. And here's the problem. I'm not fake news. I don't want to look like I'm fake news. I'm not fake news. So if you share fake news, you become fake news, and then they make you look stupid. Now they're like, haha, we got you. So today, Lynn Wood shares Conservative Beaver shamelessly, and everybody believes it because it's Lynn Wood, right? He's the new MAGA icon that everybody trusts because he's such a good lawyer. and he's making millions of people look stupid. He's also sabotaging Parler in a way, because they're taking Parler off of Google, they're taking Parler off of Apple, they're taking, Parler off of Amazon cloud servers. I have a whole video about that. It's not fair, it's not right. I'm going to have a video about that Tuesday or Wednesday. I have all the information about how they have double standards for Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Snapchat, all that stuff. They've all had big criminal events on there that have been live streamed, but they don't get taken down. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to expose it. That's what I'm going to do. But in general, why is he posting this stuff? Why is his accuracy rating so piss poor? Who does he think he is to post fake news to people? And then everybody's running in circles, and then they look stupid, and then Parler looks stupid, and then everybody gets penalized for sharing the fake article. So first of all, the one way that MAGA is getting hoaxed is by people sharing fake articles on a weekly or monthly basis, giving you what you want to hear. And this is part of the dot connecting that people, if you want to be accurate, the Vatican might have had a blackout last night. I don't know. It could have been exposure on the camera. I'm not quite sure what it is, but it looked darker than it normally does. So here's the dot connecting people do. I say, okay, is it blacked out? Is it not? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to wait a little bit and see what goes on. I don't want to jump the gun and make up a fake story. So let's see what happens, because I don't want to lie to people. Other people say, well, if the Vatican's blacked out, that means the Pope needed to get shot. If the Pope got shot, that means the Pope's getting arrested. If the roads are closed in Vatican City, that means there's a big sting operation. Like, how is that real journalism? How is that real reporting? That's just you hallucinating whatever you want to feel. The streets were closed in Washington, D.C. for the Trump rally. Does that mean Nancy Pelosi was getting arrested because the streets are closed? No, the streets are just closed. Half the world is closed because of coronavirus. And when it first happened in March, a lot of these bad actor accounts were on YouTube getting millions of views, telling everybody, this is a secret sting operation for the Vatican. So to some people who just follow Lynn Wood, this is new information. You're like, wow, I've never heard this before. I've been following these accounts, and Lynn, God bless his soul, great lawyer. You know what I'm saying? I think he means well, but he's always had the QAnon tagline in his profile, where we go one, we go all. And these Q accounts mix real information constantly with fake news, and they've scrambled the minds of MAGA, made everybody look stupid, and quite possibly set up the president at the Capitol by storming the building and making him look stupid. A lot of those people were supporting that movement. So years ago, I've been following, MAGA, Trump, conservative stuff, the Q stuff for years. I had debates in 2018. So this is not new to me, folks. 3 years ago, I debated all the top Q accounts on Twitter. And this one was named Martin Geddes. I think he recently got banned on Twitter. He said, I said, hey, he was lying to everybody, saying mass arrests are coming in 2019. If you don't think mass arrests are coming, you don't know what you're talking about. Everyone's going to get arrested in 2019. So he's saying all this wild stuff with no evidence, no accuracy, not just running people in circles, making MAGA look stupid. And then so I said to him, I said, hey, brother, you want to debate? And he sends me this 5, 6, art paragraph telling me why he doesn't need to debate. He's so right. He's so smart. His ego's through the roof. You don't even understand what a top secret military wizard I am. I don't need to debate my ideas because my ideas are flawless because I trust QAnon. So these people, he didn't want to debate me, but he's telling tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of conservatives that all mass arrests are coming in 2019. And that you're dumb if you don't believe it. So this has been a phenomenon for years. And then they were also talking about lockdowns. They said, ooh, there's going to be a martial law. And when martial law comes around, all the elites are going to get arrested. They'll never admit to doing this because every time they're wrong, they never say they're wrong. They just act like they never just said that a week ago and just keep moving. It's the wildest thing I've ever seen. So they told everybody martial law is coming. When martial law comes, that means the elites are going to get arrested. So fast forward to 2020. It's March, it's April, it's May. There's lockdowns. It's not the good guys. It's not the white hats. It's not Donald Trump and his friends arresting Hillary Clinton. It's, World Economic Forum, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Fauci, Gates, Trump, Pence, Democrats. They're all just locking down. A lot of it was mostly medical experts who really, put the plan together, like the Faucis and stuff. But so the Q people told all these conservatives, they trapped them in March, April, May, June, and July and said, this is a good thing. We've been planning this for years. So for the first 3 months of the lockdown, a lot of conservatives thought it was a good thing. And I know this because I have hundreds of messages to prove it. And then months later, once they realized it was a bad thing, once they realized who Fauci was, once they realized Operation Warp Speed wasn't a super secret plan, Then they all flip and do the same reporting I do. But the difference is they never admit they were wrong before. They're always wrong. They're always lying. And they're batting at like a 70% accuracy rating. And it's to entrap you. I don't know if they know it or not, but if you tell the truth, if you speak the truth, raw truth, you have favor. If you mix 70% truth with 30% lies and tell everybody when you're wrong, disinfo is necessary, people don't know what to believe anymore. And that's what's going on. So in general, there's real stuff going on. Human trafficking, child trafficking, it's all real. Look it up. It's a huge business. Of course, if it's $1 billion business, there's going to be rich people in on it. Everybody knows that. But this is how they get you. They tell you things you want to hear, you know are real, right? Human trafficking is real. Yeah, that's true. Child trafficking is real. Yeah, that's true. So if human trafficking is real and child trafficking is real, and if the lights went out at the Vatican, that means that it got blacked out. That means that the blackout means that the Pope got arrested. Millions of conservatives this morning will believe that the Pope got arrested. The Pope was there this morning doing a prayer. He didn't get arrested. Conservativebeaver.com is a fake news entrapment site. They've already set Maga up 2 months ago and 3 months ago, and I told everybody they set Maga up for failure and embarrassment when they told everybody that Obama got arrested for espionage. And all you have to do is use your brain. If Obama got arrested for espionage, you'd know about it. Everybody in the Trump administration would be tweeting about it. Every single person would know about it. You would know if Obama got arrested for espionage. You wouldn't have to deep dive on Parler to hear a website that you've never heard of before to tell you that it happened secretly. You would know. Same with the Pope getting arrested. You'll know. You know, be patient. Wait, if it happens, it happens. But if a fake news site that is known for hoaxes to entrap conservatives shares it, and Linwood shares that to millions of people, now what do you have? A movement that doesn't know up from down, down from up, left from right, and right from left. And that's what's going on. And same with a lot of this, the Capitol stuff. I think the president meant well when he brought everybody to the Capitol. But you have these movements, and once you have these movements, people infiltrate, and in general, the movement's just not even a good movement to begin with. So they've now branded the QAnon movement. That's the movement that they're going to try to break down. If you associate yourself with it, they'll take your account down. They'll delete everything. They're coming for you. So people then think, oh, that means it's right. They must be right since they're getting censored. But this is the embarrassing part that a lot of people don't realize. Yes, they're getting censored. Yes, some of what they say is true, but most of what they say that they tie to is complete bullshit. So you're not only getting censored, you're sinking with a ship that was never real to begin with. Yes, there's human trafficking. Yes, there's child trafficking. Yes, I think Trump tried to do good things at a certain point. But in general, that doesn't mean that there's secret military wizards that have intel 5 years in advance because they know that the military told them on a message board that to trust the plan because Session, they've been wrong about everything. Yes, the mainframe stuff they're talking about is true, but they said trust Sessions. They don't trust Sessions anymore. They said trust Bill Barr. They don't trust Bill Barr anymore. Then they said trust Huber, trust Durham. It's a psyop to get conservatives to look like complete idiots, tie dots wrong, and then you look like a moron, and then they wipe you off of social media. It's a lose-lose. Stay away from this stuff. Have discernment when you read this stuff because there's bad actors popping up using this in their hashtag and just running people in circles. It's taking the real information that was released by Julian Assange that got him arrested in 2016. It's taking all that information and then scrambling it with this huge live action role play where Bill Barr's Batman, Jeff Sessions is Superman, Donald Trump is Aquaman, and, deep military intel had to warn patriots on a message board that like people who get banned off of Twitter use. They had to warn you 3 years in advance with a super secret plan. Use your brain, folks. It's so secret that they told you on a message board. How big is your ego? I'm not trying to be mean, but you think the military needs to tell you a secret plan on a message board? You're not that special and I'm not that special. And if they tell you 3 years in advance, it's not secret. And if you're yelling at Chrissy Teigen and Tom Hanks on their Instagram accounts, it's not secret. You're like, you don't even know what's coming. Just wait. Why would they tell you? If it was a secret operation, they wouldn't tell you. They just do it. But they haven't done it because it's not real. They're combining real stuff. Human trafficking's real. Child trafficking's real. A lot of elites are corrupt, but that doesn't mean that the Vatican got arrested and the Pope got shot because Linwood posted a fake news account. It's driving people insane. It's tanking the MAGA movement. This is like a honeypot setup to tank the movement. I'm not saying Linwood's doing it purposely. I'm going to assume he's a great guy who's just really bad at internet research, which is weird because he's a lawyer. He should be better at this. But it's like, at this point, why would you post a fake article? And when you have a huge influence, now people don't know what to believe at all. And a lot of this is entrapping not only the MAGA movement, but the Trump movement. It's making Trump look like an idiot. It's making MAGA look like an idiot. It's making Parler look really stupid as Parler's fighting legal and application battles. Parler doesn't need any more problems right now. They have server problems, they have application problems, and now you have the top users on your account spreading misinformation. They want to say you're misinformation, even if you're speaking the truth. So speak the truth. Be careful with what you say, not because you want to be a coward, because you want to be honest. If you share fake news on the right, you're no better than somebody who shares fake news on the left. What's the point? How are you going to beat lies with lies? I believe I don't know everything that happens in the world or the universe, but I think if you speak truth, you have favor. I think you have the moral high ground. Even if you get deleted speaking the truth, at least you spoke the truth. If you get deleted speaking a lie, that's just embarrassing. You just lost your account and you're not even a truth teller. I mean, that's what they want to do to you. So please be careful with this stuff and understand now there's certain movements in the right-wing sphere that feds and a bunch of people are going to try to tank. I'll just tell you two of them, and I'm not telling you what to do or how to do it, but QAnon and the Proud Boys, the feds and the intelligence agencies, they hate QAnon and they hate the Proud Boys. So they're trying to take them down. You get what I'm saying? If you're in one of these movements and that's who you are or something, I don't know about it because I'm neither, but I'm just saying, it's like, why would you want to be in a QAnon movement when it's just a bunch of idiots? It's just a bunch of half-baked conspiracy theorists who aren't good at conspiracies. They're 70% good at conspiracies and 30% terrible. They're sharing fake articles every day. They're telling everybody that they have super military intel because they read a message board that tells them to trust Jeff Sessions and Bill Barr. They've been wrong since 2018. I have a video, I can maybe play it so you can listen, from 2018. I told people this. I said, these people are telling you martial law's good. I'll play the article. I'll play the clip right now because I have it. This is here. Let me see. This is me in 2018 talking about this stuff, and they were telling people lockdowns and quarantines and martial law was a good thing in 2018. So when all this lockdown stuff came around, if this was Obama, if this was Hillary, everybody would have said, hey, 15 days to slow the spread. That's creepy. After 15 days, do you think you would have listened to Barack Obama tell you to lock yourself in your house? And you would have said, man, Barack Obama has my best interests at heart. Would you have said, man, Joe Biden's locking me inside because he really cares about me. He has a secret plan. No one would have done that. But because it was Donald Trump, people trusted it. And also because of QAnon, millions of people were programmed to think that this was all coming and it was all a good thing because when the lockdowns came, the martial law would come. And it's just spiraled into this thing of, I'm not covering up the real information. Some people do really good research. If you're a good dot connector and you could do really good research about stuff, knock yourself out. But if you suck at research and you have a huge following and you're constantly just sharing fake articles and fake information and dropping big claims and never proving it, how are you helping the MAGA movement? You're not. You're bringing it to its knees and making it look stupid in crunch time for America. Here, I'll play this clip. This is shit. Oops, I just broke something. But this is from 2018. So this is 3 years ago, folks.
Oh, he's being so mean.
Let me see.
Like, relax. And then he's on. The reason I'm talking about this, I see him tweet online and say, the arrests are coming. They're coming in the new year. Everybody who doesn't understand this is dumb. Basically along those lines, and then said that the way it's going to come is he thinks the whole country is going to get locked down into martial law. And he's like, oh, I'm going to be sitting here and everyone who's not on my level is going to be crazy mad. So it's like, you're guaranteeing martial law? Like, is that not insane to people? 2 years ago, pretty much every anonymous message board poster was anti-martial law.
So that's from 2018, folks. This is not after the lockdown. This is before the lockdown in 2018, not 2019, 2018. So that's me telling people there's these massive accounts on Twitter that call themselves Q supporters, Q disciples. Where we go one, we go all. I have the intel. I'm going to tell you the truth, but I'm going to mix it with these fantasies that Jeff Sessions and Bill Barr are Aquaman and that I know I got a message from a message board that the military is secretly doing this and they're going to arrest all the pedophiles. I'm not saying pedophiles don't exist. Duh, they obviously do. But that doesn't mean they're always getting arrested every single second of my life because I want it to happen. That's just not how it works. Yes, hundreds, if not thousands of human traffickers really did get arrested, but not what these Q people are saying. They tie real stuff with a bunch of fake stuff and confuse people. So in 2018, this account on Twitter told everybody in 2019, they're all getting arrested. They're all going to go down, and you're going to be stupid if you don't believe it. And they're going to do it via martial law lockdowns. So in 2020, when the lockdowns came, they'll never admit it because these people have egos through the roof and brainwashed through the roof. They all thought it was a good idea. They all yelled at me. They all came to and they were worse than liberals. Seriously, they bothered me more than liberals. Not because I was wrong, not because I was covering up what they were doing, because I was telling the truth about the lockdowns in March and April. And I don't just sit on my hands and pretend like I have military intel. I do the real work. I'm like, look at the cases, look at the deaths. Who's Fauci? Who's Gates? I'm doing real work, real information to tens of millions of people. And I'm getting harassed by a bunch of these Q accounts in March, April, May, and June because they're pissed because they want the lockdown. They thought it was a secret plan to arrest all their enemies. And then come June, July, they all figured out who Fauci was. They all figured out that it wasn't the good guys doing it. And they all flipped their narrative, but they never apologized to me. Well, one of them did, but most of them just keep spiraling. They keep posting fake articles. They keep doing this. So in general, there's multiple ways they're trying to entrap you. One is with fake news, fake articles, and mixing real stuff with fake stuff. So people don't want to question it because it sounds real, because some of it is. Like, I'm not here to tell you, I'm not CNN or Daily Beast. I'm not saying, oh, it's all ridiculous because it's all fake. No, some of it's real. You know, there is real elements to, there are bad people. There's bad elites. There's bad politicians. There really is a crisis in the world called human and child trafficking. It's very real. It's very well documented. And when it comes to Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, it's pretty mainstream now. You know, it's not even really debatable if you word it right. And if you want to go deeper, just show facts and evidence and truth and make a good argument. But if you think I'm fighting the child traffickers so I could just say whatever I want, if I post a conservative Beaver article, that's fine. Then you lose credibility. It's like, how good are you with your information if you're that easy to fool, if you're that willing to lie to people? And that's what these people have become. And it seems to me almost like a honeypot entrapment movement now, because everybody's going in it. And I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments on when I post this stuff, and people are like, I don't care if it's wrong. I mean, I'm like literally in the comments on my Parler, like, I don't care if it's wrong because I'd rather be wrong about that than not know what it is. So it's like you're willing to believe a lie, or you're willing to lie. You know, why would you do that? You know, why not just figure out what's really going on and then speak on that? I don't understand the logic behind 50% of your movement being astroturfed, looking stupid, getting totally embarrassed and hung out to dry, and then shifting gears in a couple months. It doesn't make sense. I'm going to read some super chats real quick and then I'll keep going. Someone said, please understand millions of people need your reporting, so never give up. I'm never giving up. Don't worry. I don't have it I'm just going to work out and get stronger. Someone said, I'm a Trumper from Brazil that walk away in Democrats and never look back. Thank you for your hard work. God bless you. God bless Brazil. Bolsonaro in the house. Yes, sir. Someone said, when are you going to have a serious talk with David Nino? I don't know. Whenever. I don't know what he's saying or what that refers to, but God bless him. Ty Green said, with a super chat, Q is now fake news. The only plan is to trust in the Democrats' plan to nuke us, and conservatives, they've been doing it successfully for years. Dems are better at playing Q than we are, seeing the last few days of low. I give it the benefit of the doubt. I don't think it was a setup from the beginning. I think, my personal opinion, I don't know this, and I tell you when I don't know. I think a Trump supporter that's pretty smart was trolling people on 4chan and just taking real information and mixing it with this giant story. People brought into the story. If you follow the original Q post, one of the first ones said Hillary Clinton was getting arrested or was already arrested. So if you actually follow them and say what's true in it, there's a lot that's true. If you see what's fake in it, they've been wrong about almost every major prediction, but they say it in a coded way where they could never be wrong. It's like moving the goalpost with coronavirus. Well, we're counting cases, we're counting deaths, we're counting hospitalizations. It's a never-ending mind control scheme. Newsom can do whatever he wants because he just changes the goalpost. You know, as soon as it's cases, then it's deaths. When it's not deaths, it's cases. When it's not cases, it's hospitalizations. They won't tell you how many hospitalizations there were in 2018. Then you might realize that lockdowns aren't warranted. Or if you look at the data of when they locked down and when the cases spiked, you might realize that lockdowns actually don't help at all. Look at when he locked down versus the cases now. There's no data or evidence that claims that he locked down. If you look at locking down outdoor dining, there's no data that suggests locking down outdoor dining is a good idea. Outdoor is the safest place to be. So now if you go to an outdoor mall, instead of having outdoor dining, they just give you the food and you sit on an outdoor table. That's not science. This is idiocracy. This is insanity. You can go to a mall. I'm seeing people in middle America, they give them the food in the mall, but they took all the tables away. So people are eating on the floor in the mall. The floor is dirtier than a table. This is not science. This is insanity what they're doing. They're taking your stuff away. They're taking away tables, making you sit on the floor. Taking away these tables, making you sit on those tables. That's not science. But the point I'm getting to is the whole scheme with the Democrats and the shutdowns is a massive never-ending game of numbered, spaghetti soup or whatever, where they just move the goalpost. What is QAnon? Moving the goalpost. Hillary got locked up. No, she didn't. It's coming soon. Big boom coming soon. Disinfo is necessary. If I'm wrong, disinfo, I'm allowed to lie to you. If I say disinfo is necessary, hey guys, I'm going to drop 10 videos next week. 8 of them are going to be true and 2 of them are going to be fake. You're going to have to guess which ones are fake. And then everyone's going to be like, ooh, I don't know what to believe in it. Why would you even watch my channel? Unfollow me if I ever did that. That means I'm a con artist, folks. If I say disinfo is necessary, it means I'm going to tell you some real things, some fake things, and scramble your brain like scrambled eggs to the point where you don't even know what's real or fake anymore. That's what they've done to the Q people because they think disinfo is necessary. Lies are necessary. Lie to me, tell the truth to me, and then I'm going to spend my connecting codes to figure out what's real because I'm so smart. And then you tell them not to do that, and they're like, you don't understand. I've spent 5 years researching all the codes. Well, they told you everything was going to happen. So you got 14 days left. Is Podesta going to get arrested? Probably not. You got locked up, though. I'm not being pessimistic, but it's like, at what point do you realize this guy's a con artist? Like, whoever was the poster is just running you in circles. And now it's taken a life of its own where it's got a new face of the movement, Lynn Wood. Sure, he means well. Sure, he's a great guy, but why would he post a conservative beaver fake news article about the Pope getting arrested? And then he's shooting off at the mouth saying all this stuff about Mike Pence and treason and firing squads. I know what he's saying. If you commit treason, the penalty can be firing squad. I understand the logic of what he's saying, but it's like he says this, he says this, he says this fake article. He probably thinks disinfo is necessary to him. I can lie. It's okay. I can mislead people because, I have the secret plan. It's like these people are not helping the MAGA movement. They're astroturfing us. And in general, when it comes to what happened at the Capitol, obviously, there were some bad actors. Obviously, I bet there were some agent provocateurs. But for the most part, if you look at some of the people in the building, including the person who got shot, there's a lot of Q people in there because in their head, we already won. They don't need to think about anything. We won. We have secret military intel. Trump's got this massive super secret plan. He's had it for 4 years. This is all part of the plan. Trump purposely got rid of hundreds of thousands of restaurants, millions of small businesses, psychologically abused the country, gave over everything to Fauci, funded Moderna and Pfizer, and vaccine immunity passports coming soon. Trump all did this part of a super secret plan. You go to Pompeo's Twitter, Pompeo's saying he's going to transition to the Biden president-elect's Secretary of State. Is that part of the plan? Do you think Mike Pompeo's giving the keys over to the Biden administration? No, they lost the election. They didn't mean to do this. There was no super secret watermark ballot plan. 50% of what you're believing is a lie, and you're going to look like an idiot in a couple of weeks. And in general, a lot of people ended up sabotaging Trump. That whole march was a setup. I'm not saying they purposely did it, but when you have a bunch of idiots go into the Congress, yeah, you're going to go to jail. But also now they just gave everybody a new reason to censor everybody. It doesn't make it right. They shouldn't have censored the president. I'm going to do a whole video on it. However, now they did, and now they go to Parler. And what's going on Parler? You have accounts like that posting fake news, and they're the biggest accounts on Parler. Is that helping Parler? No, it's sabotaging Parler. It's like a honeypot to tank Parler. If you're Parler, you don't want to have, there's trust the plan. Some of these people, they're saying, oh, we got to go back to the Capitol and do it again and make it worse this time. They could be agent provocateurs. Some of those little side accounts I see doing that, they could be total feds or something that are sent to Parler to do all this stuff. But when you have mainstream people that are like MAGA, spearhead figures posting fake news, that doesn't help the movement. And it's been like this for years. And I've taken so much heat, but I don't really care anymore because I stand in truth. And in general, the reporting I'm doing lasts the test of time. I'm going to do a new video Monday. I want to say this too real quick, and then I'm going to get to some of your questions and super chats. Sorry if I missed your super chats. I miss them. I don't know how to go back. I'm sorry. If you watch my videos, you should know that by now. Wait till the end, or don't, and just take the risk. But in general, what I find really interesting, and this is maybe what I'm going to show tomorrow in my video, is the same things that the Q people tell you are good is the same thing that the World Economic Forum is plotting and talking about. If you guys know who the World Economic Forum is, watching my videos, Klaus Schwab is the CEO. I don't know where it is, but I have his book, COVID-19, The Great Reset. He's, he hangs out with Soros. Soros spoke at Davos in 2020 and said the economy is going down. This is where all the world leaders go, to the World Economic Forum. And they also have very big influence and power. They're like the chief globalists. They're where the globalists go to plot the global agenda. This is not a theory. This is a fact. So he did Event 201. I talked about it before, but if you don't know what Event 201 was, in 2019, before the coronavirus pandemic, they all met up, World Economic Forum, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Johns Hopkins University, who's like head medicine in the US, or one of them. They met up and did Event 201. Event 201 was a dry run of a coronavirus pandemic where they simulated what they would do, what the media would do, what the businesses would do, what the banks would do. They simulated it in 2019, fact. And then in 2020, they already had a plan because they planned it out. So the point I'm getting to is when Klaus Schwab speaks, I read, I listen, because he says things and then they seem to happen. He seems very well prepared for what's going on. The same things that Klaus Schwab from World Economic Forum is always talking about is the same thing that QAnon and Lynn Wood is talking about, except they invert it. It's like they're inverting reality. They're saying it's a good, the Q people say lockdowns are good. Lockdowns are good. Look out for the blackout. If, they're talking about, there's going to be, Lynn posted yesterday something about a mass blackout where if everything blacks out, it means Trump's going to use an emergency service on his phone. Is that going to happen? I've heard that for over a year now. This is why if I was just a random person on the internet, I might believe everything that Lynn Wood said. But I followed Q accounts for years, and they're always lying. They've said this for years. They've told people there's going to be 15 days of darkness and a blackout, and Trump's going to get on the emergent. They've said this in 2018 and 2019. He's just recycling old Q talking points. I hope he's right for the sake of his reputation. But in general, I don't believe this bullshit because it's always been bullshit. So could it happen? Anything's possible. I'm not going to rule anything out. But in general, they're telling you the same things that Klaus Schwab's telling you, except inverting it. If a blackout happens, most conservatives would instinctually know a blackout is not good. If your power blacks out, do you wake up and say, oh, trust the plan? Trump's going to arrest all the pedophiles today. No, you'd be like, my power's out. I need to call the energy company and turn my power on. That's what you got to turn your refrigerator on, or else all your stuff goes bad. Blackouts are not good unless you're grateful and put on a candle or something and play, Trouble with your family, make the most of it. But a blackout is not like this ideal situation. So if the whole country blacks out, that's not a good thing. That means you're being attacked. That means something really bad happened. That's not good. But Q-tards are good. Oh, the blackout's here because Lynn Wood told me so. It's a total setup. They're setting up MAGA for failure and embarrassment and possibly much worse. Who thinks that's a good? So you get what I'm saying? Klaus Schwab is telling you there's a coronavirus pandemic is possibly going to come. He's talking about my video tomorrow is going to be very revealing. He's talking about blackouts and hacks too. The World Economic Forum, just like they planned, I'm not saying they did it, but they had a plan for a coronavirus pandemic. They have a plan for internet blackouts and hacks. So when he speaks, I listen because the world tends to follow what he says. He has good insight or foresight, if you know what I mean. So in general, that's it's setting conservatives up to invert reality. You think lockdowns are good, blackouts are good, secret military ballots. It's a brainwashing scheme to psyop MAGA off a cliff. And 50% of the movement is like brain dead now. I'm not trying to be mean, but it's like people don't want to hear it. They think I'm a bad guy. Don't tell me the truth. I want to hear the lies. I want to believe the lies. You're going to look like an idiot. You're going to get wiped off of social media and you're going to have nothing to show for it. If you get wiped off of social media speaking facts, that can happen. It already happened to me temporarily on Facebook. If you get wiped off speaking lies and misinformation, it's embarrassing. It's like they set a trap and you jumped in the trap. That's not virtuous. That just means you're fake news and you got penalized for it. It's really dumb. So in general, I think it's the inversion of reality. It's telling you the things that the globalists are planning I don't like to use globalist loosely, but if you look at Klaus Schwab from World Economic Forum, he's the globalist you can think about. Everything's global. He's a global player. He talks to everybody and makes a global agenda. That's just what he does. So the globalists are saying the same thing as the Lynn Woods and the QAnons, and they're just inverting it. They're telling you what the globalists are doing is secretly the good guy operation. That's not what you want to believe. If your power goes out, I promise you, try to turn it on so your refrigeration stuff doesn't go bad. Don't celebrate because you read a Lynn Wood account on Parler. It's something is really weird about this. Either he means well and he's just really bad at researching. Maybe his ego's through the roof, maybe something else. But I have no idea why he would be lying to people on such a huge scale, folks. I'm going to read some super chats, but watch out for that stuff because in the next 4 years, the government does not like you, okay? Democrats probably do not like you. I can almost guarantee they don't like me. So, don't fall for these traps. Don't be a phony. Don't be a coward. Don't be a liar. Don't be a liar. So don't lie. Don't fall for the trap. They're going to set traps for us. I know the traps. I see the traps in advance. It's one of the reasons I'm able to still be here. Does that mean I'll always be here? Absolutely not. Does that mean I turn my back on people who get censored? Absolutely not. But I want to say this as well. Alex Jones got censored in 2018. Okay, I have the video on my Twitter. Maybe I'll play it. But, he had over 1 billion views. When Alex got censored, I don't agree with everything Alex says. I'm not Alex. I don't do his reporting. I don't act like him. I don't sell his products. So I'm not defending everything he does. But I defend him from a point of free speech. The reason that YouTube kicked him off and they gave 3 strikes, I read the 3 strikes. They kind of lied about why they kicked him off. I felt it was unfair. So I spoke out for every single person that get banned always, even if I don't agree with them. Trump and the Republicans, they had all 3 Senate, House, presidency, and they did nothing to protect him. So now Trump got the same treatment that Alex Jones got. Does that mean it's right? It's just as wrong as when they did it to Alex. However, it's kind of like a lesson. This is a slippery slope. This is why you need to protect free speech for all. Trump went on Alex's platform when he was running for presidency, and he said, Alex, you do good work. Thank you for being here. He used Alex when it was convenient to get votes because Alex had one of the biggest YouTube channels. He had literally over 1 billion views. So when it was convenient to like Alex Jones, Trump was right behind him saying, good job. And then when it was convenient to let Alex Jones fall to the wayside, Trump said, hey, fall to the wayside. And that ended up biting him and the Republicans in the butt. But in general, I protect people's free speech, but I'm not going to fall for traps. I'm not going to be a liar. I'm not going to run and get a federal felony doing something stupid. It's just not, it doesn't make sense. So I just want you guys to keep an eye out for that type of stuff because there's so many traps being set. And I feel like at this moment, because of the election, because of all the inconsistencies, because everybody's really desperate for hope, they're so willing to fall for these traps and these lies. And it's just sad to me because I think MAGA is a powerful movement. I think Trump made a powerful movement. They're going to try to take the movement down. They're already doing it. They took down the leader. They're trying to take him off social media. They did take him off social media. So we can't aid them. If you want to help, the best way is just speak truth. Don't lie. Don't follow lies. And don't fall into the honeypot and the traps being set up at physical protests. I'm not saying don't go, but just keep your eye out because there's going to be some weird activity going on. So that's my message. But in general, conservative beaver, if you ever see that, just be on the lookout. It's not, they've already posted multiple times, big fake viral stories that were completely untrue. And it makes us all look really foolish. And just to end real quick, just be accurate. If everybody's racist, nobody's racist. If everything is a blackout or the blackout might've been real, but the Pope got arrested, then nothing matters. Speak truth and be accurate. And then when I do a video and I talk about Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab, they have a hard time taking it down. And also liberals have a hard time disproving it because I don't lie. I don't sit here and give you half truths and show no proof. I show you every reason that I'm saying what I'm saying and every reason that it's real with video evidence to prove it. And that's why it hits hard. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I'm not a liar. And it's more powerful that way. Why would you just say something, post fake articles, mix it with half truths and confuse everybody? That's not good. That's not right. That's wrong. And at a certain point, it's really hurting the MAGA movement, in my opinion. All right, I'm gonna read a few super chats or some messages, and then I'm gonna take off in a second. In general, I'm gonna do a lot of comedy. I'm not gonna do fitness stuff, but I'm gonna work out. keep people motivated. There's some silver linings to what's going on too. Maybe we'll do that as questions and comments come in. The silver linings are, one, because of this big tech purge, remember, there's people who support the president. There's conservatives all over the place, okay? In tech, quiet. I know dozens of people who are huge MAGA Trump supporters who work at liberal organizations who just don't want to say anything. They call it the silent majority for a reason. So you have to understand, it's not all doom and gloom. Regardless of what happens on January 2021, don't cry. It's not the end. In a way, this is like the new beginning. And I'm not saying it like trust the plan. I'm just saying now you have truckers, farmers, people in tech. I've heard from the co-founder of Wikipedia. His name is Larry Sanger. He claims, and Gab claims, that a lot of people in tech are now pissed at what they did to the president. So you're going to have a mass exodus of conservatives in tech going to other companies. Gab already said that he's getting resumes from people in tech that are leaving because of what they did to the president. And Larry Sanger is saying the same thing. He said a lot of high-level people in tech are actually conservative, so they're leaving and building new platforms. So think of it as a renaissance. Obviously, things could get bad. 3 branches, Democrat leadership, never really good. But also, this could be like an awakening. Now people don't have Trump was a sleepy blanket for a lot of people. You hold on and like, oh, Trump, fight the battle for me, which is cool. He's the president, you root for him. But now you don't have that safety blanket. Lionel lost his blanket. So now you're going to see a lot of conservatives stepping up, making new platforms. Gab built a whole platform. They have their own servers. Gab got the treatment of Parler, and I'm going to do a video about it. They got that treatment a year ago. They got kicked off of Apple and Google. So they built all their own servers, all their own stuff. They're a self-sufficient website. It's very impressive. They're building, they're growing. That's what we're going to do. We're not going to roll over. We're not going to bend over. You're going to see a huge renaissance. You're going to see a huge awakening of people coming out of the woodworks, pushed to the limit, who say enough is enough. I'm not going to support this wickedness anymore. I'm going to go off and build my own stuff. And also, Biden and Harris are not going to be able to handle Antifa and Black Lives Matter. Antifa does not like Democrats. You think because they hate MAGA and they hate Trump and they call everybody Nazis, a lot of people think that they like Democrats. Go to Portland. They hate Ted Wheeler. Ted Wheeler is a far left politician. They hate him. They stalk him when he's at restaurants. They shoot fireworks at his building. He had to move from his building in Portland because Antifa was like terrorizing him, and he didn't want to, do it to the other people at the apartment. So you're going to see when Biden and Harris get what they demanded, it's not going to be as easy as they think. They have 70, 80 million Trump supporters that they treated like trash for 4 years. And also, most Democrats and most progressives and Antifa, Black Lives Matter types, they don't like Biden and Harris. They just hate Trump. It's not love Trump's hate. It's hate Trump's love. So they're going to be over their head. You want it, you get it. You blame Trump for everything. Trump did everything wrong in history ever. Obviously, that's not true. So here, you take government. Let's see what you can do. You're so special. You think you can handle Black Lives Matter, Antifa, Trump, MAGA, China. I don't think they can. So, obviously I don't want them to tank the country, but the good news is I think they're way in over their heads. You want it? You want to take the blame? Trump didn't do it. It's all his fault. Let's see what you do. I don't think they're going to have such an easy time. And the further they push, the more people come out of the woodwork. And don't feel like you're the minority. I think the silent majority is called the silent majority because it's truly the silent majority. I think there's more people than you think. And when they push I know people who work, 6 figures at liberal organizations. They don't say anything because they want to keep their job and money. But eventually those people are going to be pushed too far and they're going to go and work for someone else. And we're going to make companies, our own companies and such. So don't worry about it. There's a lot of silver linings. It's all going to be good. But one thing, if you want to help yourself and you want to help the MAGA movement, don't fall for traps. Don't fall for lies. Don't run in circles with the carrot in front of your face. That's what this is, folks. The Pope got arrested. It's a fake article. Will the Pope get arrested someday? Maybe, probably not. He's more likely to step down one day or something. But in general, it's the carrot in front of your face. You're not doing anything. Some of these people that were Q supporters that got arrested at the Capitol, they had a family and like 5 kids. It's like, why are you going to federal prison with 5 kids and a wife? It's like, what do you do? People got carrot with a stick and threw themselves under the bus, but whatever. Let's read some comments and then we're going to keep it going. But I'm going to be optimistic. We're going to have solutions. We're going to do jumping jacks. It's all going to be good, folks. Someone said, dude, I can't believe you went to woke to literally falling back asleep. Don't close your eyes. I'm not closing my eyes. I don't even know what you're talking about. Listen to this video, watch it, watch my videos next week. This is all real information, folks. If you want to believe there's super secret sting mark ballot operations, if you want to share fake articles and say, I'm a truther, here's a fake article about the Pope getting arrested that's not even real. I'm going to share misinformation because I'm so special. My misinformation is good because I'm so woke. If you want to be a liar and call yourself a truther, that's fine. We do real truth work here, folks. It's not a brand for me. I don't put on a truther hat. I'm a truther and then spew lies. Well, I could spew lies because I'm such a truther. We don't do that, folks. Pure raw truth. Made in America hats right here. Dreamrare.com. You know, I'm just saying. I have pink hats available. The black and white ones are sold out. I'm sorry. American-made stuff takes a while. All right. Someone said, is Gab down? That's a good question. Gab has their servers overwhelmed because they have so much traffic. So Gab built their own servers. Parler was using Amazon servers, and Gab built their own servers. So Gab is in the process of building new servers because their traffic is spiking. Gab will be fine. Parler has a lot of work cut out for it. We'll see what happens. Someone said, can you please have a heart-to-heart with David Nino? He needs help, haha. I could talk to him. I don't know what he's doing though. In general, I'll say this real quick, okay? God bless him, and I don't even know what he's saying, so I'm not gonna interfere. But like, I had a heart-to-heart with one person that was sharing Q stuff in April, and he freaked out at me. Everybody I have a heart-to-heart with on the Q stuff, they bug out at me. They say, you don't know what I'm talking about. Who paid you? Who paid you to say this? Is it Mossad? Did Mossad pay you? It's like they freak out. So I don't want to have. I'm not saying he will. He'll probably be chill because he likes me. It's mutual. But like some of these people, they freak out. I'm like, I can't tell people what to believe. I could just do my own thing. Someone said, bro, you're an inspiration. Thanks for the conviction. Thank you. Someone said, always live, hope for the best, prep for the worst. Amen. Cowboy bear. God bless. That's like, no, I did this in April. In April, one of the biggest Q accounts on Instagram, he was posting lockdowns. Ooh, this is so good. Podesta's going to get arrested on Easter. Yeah. And he had 500,000 followers. So I messaged him and I said, hey, brother, I like some of the stuff you post. I agree on some of it. But I said respectfully, I said, why are you telling conservatives hundreds of thousands of people follow you? Why are you telling them that lockdowns are this secret good guy operation? Where's your proof? Where's your evidence? He freaked out at me. Are you a Christian? They think Q is Jesus Christ. It's such a sacrilegious, like demonic movement. I'm like, yeah, but what does Christ have to do with Q? Are you a Christian? Yeah. Who paid you? Who paid you to say that? Dude, no one paid me. Who paid you? And then I said, now I know you're a liar because I can't tell you the world. I can't tell you what's going on all the time, but I know myself. I know my payroll. I know who's paying me. Nobody. I make all my own stuff 100% independent. And if I wanted to, I could prove that because it's real. I just don't feel like releasing all my information. But in general, if they're willing to lie about me and freak out at me and tell their audience that I'm a paid agent when I'm not, what else are they lying about? These people don't care about accuracy. If I speak, I'm not going to tell you something with 100% certainty and be a lie about it. It's just not going to happen. I'll give people the benefit of the doubt. I'll tell you what I know and I not. These people just spout off whatever they feel like. This person must be a paid agent because they think the lockdowns are bad. And then 3 months later, they're like, wait, no, now I think the lockdowns are bad, but I'll never apologize. It's like, bro, it's like a demonic possession or something. It's like, at what point are you just not a truther? All right, listen. Someone said jumping jacks. Let's get it, folks. Come on, we're just gonna get jacked. They can't put us all in the gulag. If I'm too fast, you see that? Look like an MMA fighter. Someone said I've been a fan for years, but it's pretty annoying when you do the voices. Some people think it's funny, some people don't. I don't know what to tell you. Change the channel. I want to say this real quick. Someone said Q people they love it. They didn't do the violent things. I'm not saying they did violent things, but a lot of them broke in, and the girl who got killed was a Q account. And she had all types of trust the plan stuff on her Twitter. I'm not saying that that's Q's fault or whatever, but at a certain point, it's like, why would you want to follow a movement that has no accuracy? Trust sessions? Are you... People who follow Q, you're lying, right? Like I've seen all the posts. I've seen everything you guys trust Sessions. You guys trusted Jeff Sessions for years. Trust Sessions, trust Barr, trust Huber. trust Durham, trust Ray, trust government agents. You know you did that. And then this is the funniest part. As soon as it doesn't come true, they never admit that they were wrong. It's fine to be wrong. Everybody makes mistakes, but it's like you trusted Bill Barr and Jeff Sessions for 2 years. You lashed out at anybody who questioned you. And then as soon as you realize that they're not who you thought they were, you just flip on them. And you're like, they're treasonous. They need to be treason. They're treasonous. It's like you for 3 years, you thought they were Aquaman and Batman. And you told everybody how good they were. And now you're freaking out saying they need to like face a firing squad. It's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing the MAGA movement. If you're going to do dot connecting, do it right. If you're going to be a truther, tell the truth. If you're going to hallucinate fantasies about secret watermark ballots and Jeff Sessions being Aquaman, at least be honest about being wrong about it. They never apologize. They just widen the goalposts and lash out at anybody who questions them. Anomaly, lockdowns are good. 3 months later, I never said lockdowns are good. I said lockdowns were bad the whole time. I knew it was bad the whole time. For 3 years, you told people on Twitter that you be prepared for martial law. It's a good thing. When it comes, that means the elites are going to get arrested. I know, because I follow you liars. It's hilarious. They're like, I never said that. It's like, listen, I voted for Jill Stein in 2016. It is what it is. And in hindsight, I defend the vote, not because I like Jill Stein, but because one, I'm in California. Trump wasn't going to win anyway. Two, I think if a third party gets enough votes, they get on the debate stage. That would be beneficial because at least Jill Stein knows a lot about the Russia hoax and she knows a lot about foreign policy, although her domestic policy sucks. So in hindsight, it's like, that's what I did. That's not, I would never vote for Green Party again, but I did that in 2000. I'm not going to be, no, it never happened. I never said that. I never said that Jill, I never voted for Jill Stein. I voted for QAnon. I wrote in, it's like, just drop the act. You're not fooling anybody. You're not a super secret wizard. You don't have military intelligence. Military doesn't feed you intelligence through a message board 3 years in advance to tell you it's such a secret plan. It's so secret that I need to tell you, you know, you can understand it, but Ellen DeGeneres can't understand. You get it all, but you know, Hillary's just mind boggled by just the illusion and delusion. You know, if you can read it, you're not that smart, just like I'm not that smart. If I can read it, Hillary's lawyers can read it. It's not like they're only telling you and everyone else is just blown. That's called your ego. That's called your ego. That means only I can decode the messages. Hillary's probably got a team of 100 lawyers reading the same post. You think they are not smart enough to figure it out? No, they don't know because I trust the plan. They don't trust the plan. It's embarrassing, MAGA. Someone said it's a deep state creation. I personally don't think it was created by the deep state, but they've hijacked it and used it to take MAGA down. Now it's been a debunked, it's been a fake movement for years, but now once it started getting big and they started doing some real research, they totally just tanked it and just turned these people's brains into mush. Human trafficking is real, but that doesn't mean that martial law means that John Podesta is going to get arrested, or every time the Vatican lights go out that the Pope's getting arrested. That doesn't mean that at all. The lights went out in 2013. Pakistan, the whole country went down. Why did Pakistan's lights go out? What's going on in Pakistan? Just make anything up and you could be a QAnoner. When Italy got locked up, they said Italy's getting locked up because the Vatican's getting arrested. Oh, the reason Pakistan's going down is because bin Laden returned from the grave. It's like just they're a movement where anything you say, people will believe it. I could be the biggest Q account. I'll just be like, well, when Pakistan's lights go out, think lights out, post, Washington Post, Jeff Bezos, Zohar. Remember the Adam Sandler pedophile? It's like, that's like the accuracy rating. And I'm not saying pedophiles don't exist. I'm just saying if you're going to talk about them, be accurate. If you're like 80% accurate and 20% off kilter, you know, that's a problem. It's not making people look good. You're just confusing the crap out of people. So no one knows what to believe anymore. Someone said you have so many followers, you're just wasting their time. I'm not wasting their time. We're getting jacked. Oh, I'm wasting their time. We're working out. We're getting huge. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is going to try to drag me to the gulag. She's going to fall in love with me because I'm going to be so much more jacked. And then there's people on here saying, Anomaly, when you're stronger, can I go on a date with you? It's like, if you didn't like me when I wasn't as strong, you're not getting a date when I am as strong, because I've always been kind of strong. I don't show off on camera, but you know, for a while now, I've been pretty strong. But when I get stronger, can you go on a date with me? No, because you didn't like me when I wasn't that strong. So we're getting jacked. We're not going to the gulag. We're having a good year. We're creating our own businesses. We're creating our own servers. We're creating our own social media accounts. I'm working on an application myself. We're doing it all. We're going to win. We're not losing. I don't care who says what. I'm not trusting a super secret plan. This is the plan. God is great. Put God above everyone. Trust no man, trust God. If you have a friend that you semi-trust, that's fine. But I'm just saying, don't worship a letter in the alphabet. Don't worship an anonymous poster that you don't even know who it is with a shitty accuracy rating. Don't worship someone on Parler who posts fake accounts. Worship God. Have love for yourself. Have enough respect for yourself to not just fall in traps all the time. We don't fall in traps. We jump out of traps and then do jumping jacks, and we're getting jacked, folks. This is now a fitness comedy channel and a news reporting channel. And tomorrow I'm going to drop like another hit. Everybody, I'm not trying to brag. I'm just in the zone. I'm editing, I'm filming, I'm connecting dots, like that meme that you see. And tomorrow I'm going to drop another video, and people are going to say, that's one of your best videos in a while. With the Bill Gates video, last one, they said, that's the best video you did all year. And then it's like, I just got hits like Drake or the Beatles. More hits, more classics, more videos coming tomorrow. Real dot connecting, real truth, real obvious. That's how I feel. But it's Sunday. God is great. Thank you, Lord. I appreciate. It's a beautiful view. I got a nice view. 7 months ago, I lived in a crappy little apartment. I had no view. My neighbor could see into my house. I was in the middle of Los Angeles where I didn't want to be. It's like I step outside. There's like street activity going on, just trash everywhere. Now I got a view. God is great. I got workout routine going on. I'm not going to be stopped by a Biden-Harris administration. It's just not going to happen. I don't care. They don't scare me. I'm not afraid. Someone said he's babbling. Let's get this straight. Babble. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we're babbling. We're babbling. We're gargling. We're lifting weights. We're doing jumping jacks. We're having a good time. Someone said, Made by Jim Bob has the best Bill Gates video. Love Made by Jim Bob. He's on my website. If you go to usaproductsonly.com, Jim Bob is one of the artists on there. He's one of my favorite United States artists and just an all-around good guy. He supports me. I support him. Great, funny commentary, political commentary, accuracy. Good time. Someone said, Grabble for the babble, folks. Exactly. Babylon with grabblers is Grabblon. We're going to Grabblon. Someone said Underground Hip Hop Blog said F all the haters. Hey, God bless you guys. My buddies at Underground Hip Hop Blog. Check them out. If you like Underground Hip Hop, follow them. Check out their music. Those are not only a nice big channel on Instagram, YouTube, but good friends of mine, great people. Let's hang out soon. Let's get lunch or something. Hit me up. Text me after this. Easy P said, I started following a month ago. Love the channel. It's refreshing to hear Voice of Reason for someone so young. Q is a honeypot trap. Thank you, Easy P. I know I'm young, but I'm starting to get old. That's why they can't lock me down forever. They can't just lock me down forever. I'm doing jumping jacks. I'm in my prime. I might just go for a run after this. Not a jog, a full-on run. Sprint. I'm going to simulate Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez with the dog chasers coming to throw me in the gulag. I'm just going to sprint down the street, down the sidewalk, and people in their cars are going to be like, who's that really fast guy? They're going to be going 50 miles an hour, and I'm going to be running past them. Like, I don't even understand this. This is gulag training. You're not catching me in a gulag. I'll start another company and fly to Hawaii. I don't know if that'll help me, but you get what I'm saying. I don't need to explain. Someone said, stop. Stop? I'm like a kid in a candy store. You tell me not to touch it, I touch it. So stop. I'll do it for 10 more minutes. Okay, we'll stop. Someone said Biden will not be president. Not for very long. They'll probably switch him out for Kamala, but I don't know. Maybe there's a super secret Trump plan, but I don't see it. Do I think they're going to take away the Second Amendment? Said Zach. I don't think they can. I don't know. I mean, I know people put up with the lockdowns, but do you think Texas and even California? I mean, there's a lot of people with guns everywhere. There's like more guns than people. So I think, fact check me on that because I'm not sure. But in general, do you think they could take away the Second Amendment? I don't think so. You think they could do that? I don't think they could. I think it's too late. Even if they stop sales tomorrow, they can't even possibly collect guns. They could spend the next 4 years trying to collect guns. They couldn't even get half of them. So I don't think it's possible to take away the Second Amendment. They might try, but don't be afraid. Have no fear. Someone said, do you have any paid subscription channels? Hey, thank you, Vigos. Yeah, I have patreon.com/raretalk. So yeah, patreon.com/raretalk. I have a Patreon. Here's the thing with Patreon. I answer all the messages, but that's my kind of perk. Everybody who signs up to Patreon, I'll answer your messages, have convos with you. I don't offer that many perks. I'm just so busy. I could offer a lot of perks, but you see how many videos I do. I do live stream, 2-hour live stream, video. I'm editing video. After this, I'm going to do a video, edit the video, put out the video tomorrow, 5 hours to edit. That's what I do. So if I offered all these perks, I'd be running in circles all the time. I have 200 emails to answer. I can't do it. So in general, I do have a Patreon, but I apologize. I don't have all these super special perks. I just figure I want to give most of the info out to the world. I don't have time to do too much. Brett Octane said, if you want to work out and need a diet, hit me up. Just let me know the diet right now. Let's hear it. What do I do? Do I go vegan? Do I go all meat? Do I go paleo? Do I go, what are we doing? Just let me know. I would love to know, but everybody's got conflicting things. Eat all meat. Don't eat meat at all. Eat this, eat that. It's like, it looks good. I eat it. Pizza. Yesterday I had pizza bagels and on them I put avocado. That's healthy. That's not really healthy, but in general, put the avocado, eat it, do some jumping jacks, whatever. I'm better than I was yesterday. That's all I could do. Someone said the Bill Barr diet plan. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Someone said they're already taking away free speech. They're trying, but are they trying to take our private property? I mean, eventually if they follow the Communist Manifesto, but I can't tell you what they're going to try to do. You see what's going on. I can't just sit here. Who knows? It could get worse. It could get better. There could be a renaissance. There could be a cave. There could be a blackout. I'm telling you, I'm going to watch my video tomorrow about what Klaus Schwab is saying. He's got some insight. So I'll do what I can to inform you about what's going on, but I don't know what's going to happen. And anybody who tells you they know what's going to happen is probably lying. To me, I tell you, I don't think Trump's going to be the president on the 22nd. Does that mean it's impossible? No, I think there's still like a 1% to 2% chance. If people want to have faith, that's fine. But I'm not going to sit here like General Flynn and tell you 100%, I'm 10 of 10 confident. This is the truth. Trump will be there. Maybe he's right, but if he's wrong, that you got to question why somebody would tell you with 100% certainty about something that's not true. If I don't understand that, but it is what it is. I'm not going to do that to you though. Plant a garden and get healthy. I might plant a garden. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Alicia. I appreciate it. Will Q go away if Biden's inaugurated? Said Holly. I don't think so. I think the message board might go away, but the movement will linger. Because I'm already seeing, to be honest, people like the Q shaman who broke into the Congress. He went on Alex Jones. But in general, he's like, I'm not Antifa. I'm not Black Lives Matter. I'm really, I like this stuff. I have all these websites, whatever. And I follow people online. They're already kind of hedging their bets and saying, the journey has just begun. So I think if Biden takes an office, then they'll say, the Durham report is still there. The journey's just begun. It's fine to be optimistic, but you guys told everybody that 100% he's going to be president. It's not going to go away, but I think like half the followers will figure out that they were all full of shit. But will it completely disappear? These people will never stop. Do you know how many times they were? This is not new. They've been doing this since 2017. I followed all the big accounts. They lied every year. Every year they told people in a month, in a year, in a week. Oh, but Q didn't say it. Who cares what Q said? He said, trust Jeff Sessions. Who cares? Well, he didn't specify the date. Who cares what a message board said? You think it's like Lord Jesus Christ. You're like, please tell me what to think and how to behave. I'll trust anyone you tell me to trust. Bad news, folks. Do your own research. Read it if you want, but don't become a full-on like cult worshiper of a psyop. It's not good. So no, I don't think it's going to end. All right. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate it. I see the stars. Thank you, guys. If I missed the stars, I'm sorry. I apologize. We had 10,000 people at the beginning. So we had 10,000 people. Now we have like 6,000 people. I got YouTube. I got Facebook. That's why the one time I got overwhelmed. I got 2 lights in my face. You guys can't even see. I got this light in my face. I have this light in my face. Lights in my face. This. You know what I'm saying? 2 things at once. It's like a lot sometimes. But in general, I'm trying to get all the comments and super chats. Thank you. Someone said God overall. Exactly, mister. Someone said God won. I'm not worried about it. But I think a lot of people with Trump and Q, they think God is Trump or Jesus is Lynn Wood or something. And I'm not saying everybody, but some people, it's like God has a plan, but I'm not God. I know that. I don't know what God's plan is. I mean, I could guess what's happening when, but like some people think God is Trump or God is like, where it's like, this is God's plan. If you don't have faith in this, you don't have faith in God. That's not true. God has a plan, but I think it's a little egotistical to put God's plan into human beings that you worship, ignore every flaw that they have, ignore every mistake that they've made, and just act like it doesn't exist and say it's God's plan. I think a lot of people have done that. Where it's eventually like what's meant to be will be. What I say doesn't really matter. I know some people think it does. What matters is I'm not as big of a liar as everybody. So, I stand out because I actually prioritize accuracy, which you don't find anymore in the media. But in general, what I say doesn't matter. The truth matters. What I say about God's plan doesn't matter. God's plan matters. What really happens matters. My guesses or my opinions don't really mean anything. They're the only reason they have value is because I'm funny and I'm not a liar. So that's what matters. Rick Weaver said, I'm tired of we have evidence in Italy. I'm like, tell me, what are you going to do besides it? Tell me again, what are you going to do about it? What evidence do they have from Italy? A picture of an affidavit? Has anybody even confirmed that picture is real? I've seen no real evidence that that's even a real affidavit. And if it is, it says, the election we have evidence from December. One of the things, you have evidence from the November election that it got caught in December. It's a total joke. It's just another circle jerk where it's like, yeah, okay, Italy did it. Okay. What's going to, Italy did it. So the blackout, so the Rome, so the Pope's arrested. So I'll share this fake article. It's like a honeypot trap to just make MAGA look dumb. If you have evidence for Italy, give it to someone in the Trump administration, and maybe you can have some success. If you're going to talk about, this is the 100th theory that is just, and then when it falls, people are just like, okay, on to the next one. Secret watermark ballot, Italy, the Pope. Okay, we'll see what happens. Rick said exactly. God bless you, Rick. Thank you. You get it. Someone said, wow, you're delusional. What, MH, you have the floor. You have the floor, Mr. Delusional. What am I delusional about? Are you trusting the plan, man? Are you trusting the plan? Thank you, Sabrina, for the superstars. Do I have a website to host your videos yet? No, but I have them all on BitChute. So my videos are on BitChute. The guy from BitChute is cool. He linked my YouTube channel to BitChute. So every YouTube video is on BitChute. I'm growing on BitChute, getting thousands of views. So they're all backed up on BitChute. I trust them enough. I don't have a server. I'm working on it. But in general, there's all of them are on BitChute. So if I told people months ago when I got censored, save all my videos. So hopefully there's some digital patriots who have backed up all my videos somewhere. I should probably do it on a hard drive, but whatever. I'm out. That's why I'm writing a book. I'm almost done. My book is almost done. I'm going to work on it today, but I want a book and I need to get the physical book out there. If I get a physical book out there, they can't delete my book. They could censor it, but once you have it in your hands, it's yours. You could hold on to it and put it in a safe somewhere. So book coming in a month. I know I've said that for a while, but I've been backed up. Someone said you should do a video with Dollar Vigilante and Spiro Skouras. I don't know who they are, but I'll check them out. Someone said the Italian president has not been arrested. Q-tar. These people just make stuff up all the time. It's like, I get it. I don't like the Pope. If you look at what the Pope's doing, he's telling you that if you don't get the vaccine, that it's a grave mistake. He's complaining about the Capitol. The Pope is a total Democrat, global, he's not a conservative. That's very clear. He's like very liberal. So I'm not a huge fan of the Pope, but that doesn't mean I make up theories that don't exist just because I want it to happen. What is that? That's like a coping method. It's like Hillary didn't win, so I'm going to pretend like she's still the president. She's my president. It's like, no, she's not. She's not anyone's president. She's never been president. She'll probably never be president. So no, it's like the right-wing coping method. It's like, I want this to happen, so I'm just going to pretend like it happens. And if somebody tells me it's not true, I'm just going to say, you're a bad person, or I want to believe that. It's like right-wing delusion. It's really tanking the MAGA movement. But if people want to act that way, that's up to you. I would just hate to see such a strong movement just get honeypotted and crash to the ground, and then you have nothing to show for it. I don't know. Let's see. Someone said before it's news is saturated with QBS. Yeah, I've never heard of that. People have told me about certain YouTube channels and stuff, but I don't really watch all these people, so I don't know what they're saying. All right, let's see. Oh, someone said Jeff Berwick, the dollar vigilante. I think Jeff Berwick follows me on Twitter, so I just followed him. I think that's the Anarcho-Pulco guy, right? I just followed him, so we'll see what he's talking about. He looks so far so good. I don't know everything he said, but I like what he's been saying recently. Thank you, Terry, for the superstars. Let's see. Make a video on buying gold. I don't know that much about it. All right. Hold on, I got to sneeze. All right, maybe I have to sneeze or not. What are my current thoughts on Praying Medic? I did a debate with Praying Medic in 2018. I did a debate with him, and to be honest, I wasn't impressed. I think he knows a lot of stuff, but his ego is enormous. And he told people in 2017 that martial law was coming. 2018. In my debate with Praying Medic, he said, martial law is a good thing and it's coming and it's gonna. And I was like, what? And I asked him then, I was like, what if this is a trap to make conservatives be okay with martial law? And he's like, no, I don't think so. And that's exactly what happened. So he's just another fraud and another con artist. He speaks half truths with a bunch of made up BS, and he always extends the goalposts. And he's just another brainwash honeypot for MAGA to just spiral into chaos. So yeah, I'm not a fan. I debated him, and I asked him, what is disinfo is necessary? What does that mean? How do you know what's disinfo and what's not? If you know, how come Hillary Clinton doesn't know? Like, how can you tell what's real and what's not if they don't tell you what's real and what's not? And he's like, oh, I know. He's a total clown. I've debated him. I deleted the debate because I figured that they're wiping those accounts out, but I saved it so I could upload it to BitChute. I called him out on all this nonsense years ago about being pro martial law as a conservative, and he didn't care. So when the lockout came in 2020, don't let these people lie to you. For years, they told conservatives, when a blackout comes or a martial law comes, the same thing that the World Economic Forum is planning, the same things, they told you, it's a good thing. So there's a reason that MAGA was so complacent for months. It's not just because they like Trump. Millions of people believe con artists like this guy and thought that was a secret sting operation to take out the pedophiles. So they didn't do anything for the first 3 months of the lockout. Make no mistake. I talked to these people in 2018 and have the records. So that's what they were telling people. But they'll claim they weren't because they're frauds, because they're liars, because they're egotistical clowns. So that's what I think of them. And because they get deleted off social media, then people think it must be true. Well, he got deleted, so he must be a truther. No. I mean, a lot of what he says is true. A lot of what he says is fake. And he's just stupid enough to go down with the movement that's fake. So it doesn't mean he's real. Real people get deleted all the time, and it's not right. But just because you get deleted on Twitter doesn't mean you're 100% a truth teller wizard. It just means they got you. Fed Up said the DC gathering was nothing but a backyard barbecue. Just showing up and screaming is a waste of time. Get serious or stay bent over. Well, there's always a good time for a peaceful protest, but in general, it seems sloppy to me. So first of all, you had millions of people going, or however many people going to the Capitol. How many of those people, if you could take a guess, how many of those people thought that Trump had a secret plan for them? A lot of people going there thought they were going to go and hear some sort of great thing because Trump's saying, I'm going to come. Pence, you got to overturn this, blaming Pence for it. You know, people were hyped up. I'm not blaming. It's not Trump's fault. It's egregious what big tech is doing. All the censorship. It's totally unjustified. They already have a Hulu documentary coming out about it. Hulu, the Capitol. They're propaganding this out. They're trying to make it the new Charlottesville. But in general, it was a sloppy protest because half your audience is going there thinking you have some sort of secret wizard plan to save the election, and he never did. And I told people that 2 months ago. And then when I said that, they were like, anomaly, just wait. Just wait. Wait till after January 6th. We'll see who's laughing. Now it's January, what is it? Oh, 10th. And now the goalposts are moved again. Oh, anomaly, just wait till the 21st. And then on the 21st, people are saying, no, just wait till 2024. Trump has a plan to retake the Capitol. He's setting them up for failure. He's got the armor. These people are never going to stop. How many accounts did you see on here tell me, wait till January 6th, wait till January 6th? I didn't go to January 6th because it was sloppy the whole time. He's bringing a bunch of people there with false hopes of something that was never going to happen. It's not his fault that they all went inside the Capitol, but it's not very smart in general, but whatever. I don't want to be there. I don't like Operation Warp Speed. I'm not a Moderna fanatic, so I didn't feel I need to be there. But in general, I supported people who did peacefully. I didn't think it would turn into that mess. In general, I think something weird went on, and it was a weird thing, but I don't, I just was like, what? Most people there were like, yeah, he's got the plan for me. And then it didn't happen. And a lot of them probably were like, someone said Mike Pence was absolutely wrong to certify corruption. I don't even like Pence as much as I like Trump, obviously, but you're out of your mind. I'm not saying you're out of your mind, but if you think Pence could have done something, he could have symbolically rejected the certification and he would have looked like a complete idiot. It still would have went through and he would have set the precedence for Democrats to do that. But when Democrats do that in the future, they'll actually have the balls and the numbers in Congress to get away with it. So to me, that was a setup as well. I'm not here to defend Pence in his whole life. I think he's a politician. But at the end of the day, Trump made everyone believe that Pence could overturn the election. Pence can't overturn the election. Him not certifying it is symbolic. You don't have the numbers. Listen to honest people in Congress like Thomas Massey. He's like, we can't even do this. I don't have dual electors to even vote for. It would be completely not only unconstitutional, but just a dumb strategic move. Pence can't overturn the election. Trump set everyone up for failure. Everyone up for failure. I don't know what to tell you. He could have tried. Trying doesn't matter. Yeah, he could have done something that would have done nothing. He could have done something symbolic to do nothing. He could have pleased MAGA, who it's a joke. Trump tanked the whole movement. He set everyone up for failure. He told everybody that this was going to happen. I gave him a month or two, but after a certain point, I'm like, all right, you got to get it done before January 6th. You think their plan was have Pence decertify it? No, they ran out of every legal option. Trump wanted to go every legal option. He tried to sue the Supreme Court. That didn't work. Sidney Powell and lawyers tried to release the Kraken. That didn't work. He tried to get the state legislatures to do something. That didn't work. So he tried every legal option, and Trump ran out of room. And the last legal option on the table was something that was semi-unprecedented, but also wouldn't even statistically work. And Trump threw Pence under the bus because he ran out of the other 20 options. So instead of saying Trump should do it, he said, oh, if Pence doesn't do this. So all his people are pissed off at Pence now. I'm not saying Pence is a fantastic. I don't know him. I don't know what he did. I don't have a Pence poster on my wall. But in general, Trump ran out of every option, the real options that would have won the election, and then threw his own vice president under the bus. And I bet he's embarrassed about doing that now. So someone said, what's my point, dude? I don't know. What do you mean? My point is I don't agree with most people, and most people don't want to hear that. So I'm not going to lie to you and say that, oh, Pence could have overturned the election. Pence could have not certified it, caused a huge scene. It wouldn't have worked anyway. Sending electorates back, they would have sent them right back. He couldn't stop this. He could have only just made it sloppy, which some people wanted, but I don't think it would have helped. But whatever. How dare you said, what's going to happen? That's a funny profile picture. What's going to happen when the loony left goes after the Second Amendment when they're done with the First? I don't know. I'm not worried about it. I mean, first of all, I don't live in fear, but what are they going to do? Try to stop selling guns? Even if they stop selling guns, first of all, people wouldn't listen. Second of all, there's already hundreds of millions of guns. So I don't see that. I don't think it's going to work. I don't know. You think people are going to stop buying and using guns? I don't see that happening in America. So I would be interested to see him try and see what happens in right-wing states. Fed Up said, I have a question. Why do we send the military to solve problems using violence if that doesn't solve problems? I mean, it's a paradoxical question. I mean, you could answer that for yourself. They have no problem dropping bombs in other countries, but yeah, clearly that's a catch-22 or whatever. Someone said, did Pence have to certify them in order to catch them for fraud? Guys, if you wanna have 2 more weeks of theories, knock yourself out. If you want to think Pence is playing 2-dimensional chess to certify the election to catch them for fraud, you could think that. But the most likely scenario is They tried every legal option to overturn the election. They fell short, and then they had to move forward with it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's fair. But if you want to believe that this is a secret sting operation or something, knock yourself out. But I'm not going to sit here and tell that to you. It's up to you, though. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I don't have super secret intel. And most of the people who say that they do really don't. So you'll see on the 21st. Don't believe me. Don't believe the other accounts. Listen to your heart if it's calling, and watch actions. Okay. Don't follow accounts that tell you tomorrow there's a big boom every day for the next 4 years where you're a carrot. Watch what happens on the 21st. What I say doesn't matter. What they say doesn't matter. What matters is literally what happens. So that's all you need to look at. That's all you need to know. Keep your eyes peeled, and you'll be able to figure out if Trump stays in office or not. My guess is probably not, since his own administration's already resigning and transitioning out, but we'll see. Someone said, I'm going to read this comment. Lily said, Trump didn't play his cards in a smart way and he lost the game. I'm not trying to pile on the guy, but I think that's a scenario. There's 5D chess, okay? It goes both ways. I think the Democrats, the World Health Organization, Fauci, Bill Gates, Biden, I think they were playing 5D chess too. And I think this whole lockdown, coronavirus, mass mail-in ballots, that's all 5D chess. And I think Trump lost. I think that's what happened. People think he's the Messiah, so they don't want to think he could possibly ever lose. I think both sides were playing 5D chess. I think Trump blew it, to be honest. I think he had 4 years to go after tech censorship. He didn't do it. He had 4 years. He had 2 years with total control. They didn't prioritize it. They were doing prison reform with Jared and Ivanka and Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. They were funding HBCUs and bragging about it. I'm not knocking. I'm just saying they should have done something about big tech. They're passing anti-Semitism speech bills. They could have done something about big tech. They didn't do anything. And then in March, April, May, June, July, August, the virus came and big tech turned on them. But we knew that was going to happen. Who didn't know that big tech was going to do this? Big tech played 5D chess. They waited right until the election to sabotage every Trump account. Trump's account himself, my account. Why do you think they took out my account 2 months before the election? Probably because of the election. Why did they just give it back to me? Probably because the election's over. I'm not saying that's why, but they're playing 5D chess too. But everybody just assumes Trump's a secret wizard. So if he makes a misstep, nobody wants to admit it. So, I mean, we'll see in January 2021. But at a certain point, people might have to realize that Trump is not Jesus Christ. He's not the return of the Messiah. He made mistakes in many ways. He made the wrong moves. And in some ways, maybe it was near impossible. You know, if you want to be nice and just say, well, yeah, with the COVID shutdown, this was like a nightmare scenario. I can't think of a worse way to take a president down. It was messed up how this happened. Who else had to deal with this big of a virus in an election year? No one ever. This is a total unprecedented, sabotage of the world's economy. So, I'm not blaming him for everything, but I think at a certain point, people are going to realize that, he's not a wizard. He just is a human who had some plays to make, and I don't think he made them. I think the opposition made more plays, but we'll see. It's not pessimistic. I think it's just what I think, but whatever. Josh G said the key takeaway from this is there needs to be power of local government. At the end of the day, local boards set up curriculum and count the votes. There definitely needs to be something learned about voting, about counting, about, but we've known this even for years. Like how long have conservatives talked about getting ID, IDs on the votes? I don't know how to do it, but we've known for years that identification is probably important for votes. So we'll see. All right, I'm going to stay for a few more minutes, then I'm going to take off. Someone said Trump underestimated them. They have plenty of years of practice. I think so, but also, I don't want to knock the guy while he's down because I feel bad, but I think, there's human elements that get into it, like ego and wrong decisions and bad advisors and, not being loyal enough to people who are loyal to you. When you barely win a 2016 election, listen, I'm not here defending everything Alex Jones has ever said. I'm me, Alex is Alex. He helped Trump win the election. Julian Assange helped Trump win the election. The WikiLeaks drop was huge. That's why they're so pissed at Julian Assange. He might have cost them the election with that drop. So, when you're not loyal to the people who helped you win, eventually you run out of room. His biggest supporters got wiped off the internet in 2018, and he didn't do anything for them. And he had the power to do so, or at least try, but no, he didn't want to try until it affected him. Republicans didn't care about internet censorship, really care about it. They talked about it, brought Zuckerberg in, but I think they really cared about it when the GOP got censored 2 or 3 months before the election. If you're playing 5D chess, you don't want to wait 3 months before an election to do something about big tech. That means you just suck at 5D chess, So I think, unfortunately, yeah, there were some mistakes made. And in general, if you don't stand up for the people who stand up for you, eventually you're going to look behind you and there's going to be nobody there. And I think that's what happened to Trump last week. Say what you want about Pence. I think he was probably a loyal vice president. Maybe I'm wrong. But, when you throw your own vice president under the bus, why do you think so many people resign from the Trump administration? They're embarrassed. They know Trump. They know Pence. They know both of them. They like both of them. They're probably embarrassed by how he threw Pence under the bus. And why would you want to be so loyal to somebody that's not even loyal to you? All these people who worked for Trump, they're going to be blacklisted forever. Kaylee, Sarah Sanders, all of them. Working for Trump is a lifetime blacklist. That doesn't mean you don't do it. That means you do it if you think it's right. I'm going to sacrifice my life, my career, my job, my safety, because I want to do what's right. So all these people are sacrificing their careers for Trump and their life for Trump. And then he throws some of them under the bus like Pence. You think all these people, that's why they're resigning. Why would you stand up and put your neck out for somebody that just throws you under the bus when it's convenient for their own legacy? I think he blew it. I think he made the wrong moves. And, I think he's going to be out in the 22nd. I'm still grateful for some of the things he did. Others, I think, I feel bad for him as a human. I feel bad that he got dealt the cards with the COVID thing. Without the COVID thing, I don't know that they were stopping him. It's really sad. I mean, the whole shutdown, lockdown, censorship was obvious, but this whole last year was a total, it was the deck of cards that was, almost impossible to win. So I don't fully blame him for that. I don't have to agree with what he did, but, in general, I think it was just sick what happened to the world in 2020. So, I do feel bad that was the cards he was dealt, but someone said the 20th, not the 22nd. Let me see. Someone said, Anomaly, I appreciate that you sharpen your logical and rhetorical teeth. And I thank God as an atheist, and I thank God for your path and contribution. God bless you, my son, Jacob. Thank you, Thomas. Atheist for Anomaly, atheist for God. I like it. Thank you. I'm not atheist. I'm just saying he is. But someone said, you're losing the entire pro-Trump, bro. You're losing the entire Trump-based bro piece. God bless you, Kenneth. Have a good Sunday. But I don't think I really am. I'm going to lose people who want to research super secret watermark ballots or believe that Pence can overturn an election, but I don't think I'm losing the Trump base. I'll lose a lot of people, no question, but I don't really care. I'm not going to give you the convenient lie that sounds good to people. If you want to worship Trump and Linwood or whoever like a Messiah and QAnon like Jesus Christ, you can do that. But I'm here to do news analysis. I tell you everything I think, and you don't have to agree, but I don't think I'm going to lose the Trump base. I'll lose a lot of people, but I'll gain a lot of people. I'll live. My worth has never been coattail riding. Other accounts can't do what I do because their whole value is just cheerleader. They don't have any real value. Cheerleader. Tell you what you want to sell American flag stuff. I mean, I do have that too. Got dreamrare.com, made in the USA. But in general, it's like if you look at some of my reporting the last year, I can get 10 million views on a video and I don't mention Trump once. I'm talking about coronavirus. So it's not like I'm going to throw Trump under the bus, but I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie. I don't need to ride coattails to get views in an audience. I don't think that's why people like me, but in general, it is what it is. I don't know. Some people want to hear certain things, but I think in general, when it's all said and done, there's things that happen. There's plays that are made and mistakes that are made for everyone. We're all human. Nobody's perfect. And I think in MAGA world, people have worshiped Trump like a god, and I know it because it's like when he's crushing it, it's like, damn, it seems like he has God's favor. For 3 years, he's crushing, dodging bullet. It's fantastic. I know because I followed him. I reported on it. I was like, he's doing very well. What he did in Syria, what he did in North Korea, these are huge wins. I mean, that alone is probably more than Obama ever did. So he was crushing it for a year. And then when he doesn't crush it, I report on it. I'm like, all right, this is happening. Operation Warp Speed, this. And other people just stay in the mode. They say, he's the Lord. He's never made a mistake in his life. Everything's 20-dimensional chess. And I'm never going to see anything ever that he ever did wrong ever in his life ever. And it's like, that's just not what I do here. I don't think that's true. But, people, the movement has taken on a religious, fanatical following. And I understand why. I've been there. But I think eventually people are going to realize that certain plays were made, and he was not the only one playing 5D chess. I think so were the other side, and I think they outplayed him, to be honest, but we'll see. The 21st will tell it all. Let's see, 10 more days, or 20th. I say the 21st because we'll give it a whole day. Someone said, you are so wrong, Anomaly. In a MAGA world, Christians who know their God is Jesus Christ, not Trump, so quit using a phony tagline. If it only bothers people that do that. If it's not you, I'm not talking about you. I'm not being broad. Everyone doesn't do that. I'm just saying there's certain people. If I point out something and I say, hey guys, Trump's not really protecting the First Amendment. When he passes this anti-Semitism bill standing next to Alan Dershowitz, Epstein's lawyer, and Jared Kushner, that's not pro-First Amendment. That's anti-First Amendment. I pointed that out 2 years ago. People don't want to hear it. So are you the type of person that can say, I like Trump, and look at the bill and say, yeah, I agree with you, that's not anti-First Amendment? Or are you the type of person who says, I like Trump, I don't see it, he's never ever made a mistake as 5D chess? Is that every person or every Trump supporter, every Christian? Of course not. I'm just saying there are some people that have akin Trump to God, so they block out any mistake he's ever made and just act like it doesn't exist. There have been red flags all year. I've pointed them out on my channel because that's what I do. I'm not anybody's doormat. I'm not a liar. So if he's doing Operation Warp Speed, I'm not going to tell you it's a super secret plan to take down the deep state. I'm going to tell you it's Trump capitulating to Bill Gates and Fauci and putting tens of billions of dollars towards an mRNA vaccine and rushing them through FDA emergency approval. That's just what it is. And I reported on it. And if you agree with it, that's fine. I just don't agree with it from an ethical and scientific standpoint. So I tell you that. But other people, not everyone, some people blocked out and say, I don't care. I don't see it. That's fine. He has a plan for me. I'm not saying it's every Christian or every Trump supporter, but if you're that type of person, if you ethically, scientifically, and morally disagree with what he's doing, but you block it out, I'm not saying you have to hate him. I still voted for him. He's still the better option, in my opinion. You don't have to hate him for it. But if you don't even acknowledge that exists, it's like people don't see the red flags because they block them out. I've seen red flags for years because I watch channels and I open my eyes and I keep my ego low and I keep my faith towards God, not towards Trump. I have faith in Trump, but I have faith in God, and my faith in God is not even comparable to my faith in Trump. And once I see him start doing things that I don't believe God would like, and I'm not saying I'm perfect. I do things I'm sure that God is disappointed with me every single day, but I'm just saying as a leader, if I see him make steps that are just not right and not good, I'm not going to sit there and be like, yeah, everything is all part of a plan. Like, I don't have it in me. I'm not saying everyone does that, but a lot of people do it. And I think the people who don't do it know what I'm talking about. And the people who do it usually are mad. It's like with the Q accounts. Some Q accounts say, Anomaly, haha, that was funny what you said. I think you're right about some of these accounts. And other ones say, it's not me, you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking. And usually the people get the most mad are the ones doing it. All right, I'm going to read some super chats. There's like 5 of them. The domestic engineer said, we all know it's true. A lot of us Trump supporters defy him so much. I love the guy, but part of the love is saying when he's wrong. Loretta Martin said, why do you think Trump could never surround himself with loyal people? All his AGs were busts on him, sick. Let me see. Let me read another one. Someone said, I just want to know why Pakistan and the Vatican had a blackout. Why? Good question, but Pakistan has blackouts a lot. I'm not sure about the Vatican, but yeah, that's valid. Why did it happen? I'm not sure. It's interesting to look into, but it's hard to learn about when everybody who talks about it lies. You know what I'm saying? If you want to learn about it, try to learn about it, but you can't learn when everybody's making disinfo. Someone said God used him, but he isn't God. And even if Biden is in, it's still God's plan. His thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not his ways. Trust God. Amen. Barracuda Barbie said, I like that name. I love your honesty. Thank you for doing this. I supported Trump until the Operation Warp Speed. I feel bad for what the hands he was dealt, but yeah, I don't agree with that either. Thank you. Someone said, can you sign up for odyssey.com and activate the YouTube sync? It has a sync button. Possibly. I'll check it out. Dialogue Progress said, wasn't Trump one of the best presidents for free speech and freedom in general the past couple of decades? Doesn't that reflect his integrity? I don't know that he really was, though. Here's the thing. If you compare free speech infringements from Trump and Obama, Trump really, that anti-Semitism speech bill was not pro-First Amendment. He passed an executive order basically making it illegal to protest Israeli companies on campus. He loves Israel. Most of his donor money comes from people like Sheldon Adelson, who is a pro-Israeli fanatic, who's also a Jewish American business owner. But I'm just saying the big money interests behind Trump were all pro-Israel. So he sold out the First Amendment for Israel and for his Jewish donors, in my opinion. I don't think he was that good on the First Amendment. As far as infringements on the Second Amendment, he infringed on bump stocks. I don't know much about the Obama administration, but I have gun fanatics who tell me that Trump infringed on the Second Amendment more than Obama did. I don't know if that's true or not because I haven't traced everything that Obama did. But if you really look at it, we have to go the other way. We need to get rights back. Trump gave away rights. He's not the worst. He's not as bad as Biden, but I don't know that he really did stand up for the first two amendments. I think instead of standing up, he gave a little bit of ground. And if you look at 2020, if you want to talk about the First Amendment with the coronavirus 15 days to slow the spread, Trump endorsed lockdown that extended past Easter, that Trump himself orchestrated and gave the thumbs up to or fell for the Fauci trap, that's the biggest infringement on the First Amendment in modern history. I don't know. Did he really stand up for the First Amendment? He sounded like he did. But if you look at his 4 years, including the lockdowns, no president in modern history has infringed on the First Amendment more. Someone said, when did you flip? I'm not flipping. This is a fact. I voted for Trump because he's better than Biden. But do you want me to lie to you? Do you want me to say he's protected our First Amendment more than anyone? He did nothing about big tech for 4 years. They have wiped away the First Amendment. He had three branches or three, House, Senate, and Congress, and he didn't do anything about it. Or sorry, House, Senate, and presidency. And then this year, he had the biggest infringement on the First Amendment in modern history. That's just what happened. I'm not being mean, but does it show his values that he protected the first two amendments? I don't really think he did. His presence protect us from Biden. His presence protects us from a Democrat who would do more. Absolutely. But I think the conservatives celebrate the decline of conservatism. You have to stand still. And this is my biggest critique of the conservative movement is if you really want to protect your rights, you have to stand there and say, I don't care if it's Charlie Kirk. I don't care if it's Trump. I don't care if it's Rubio. I don't care if it's Governor Abbott. I don't care if it's Ted Cruz. I don't care who it is. I'm not moving. I don't want the Second Amendment infringed on. I don't want the First Amendment infringed on. And I think people don't do that because they're so into Trump. When he infringes on the First Amendment in 2019, I made a video on it. It was my least popular video. Why? Because people don't want to hear when Trump does something they don't want him to do. So this bears the question, is the MAGA movement really a pro-First Amendment movement or are they a pro-Trump movement? And what you're going to find is the MAGA movement is more pro-Trump than they are pro-freedom and pro-liberty, which became the problem that swallowed MAGA alive because you worship the guy more than you worship the Constitution. So you get what I'm saying? I pointed it out in 2019 how he infringed on the First Amendment. People got mad at me. They called me an anti-Semite, even though I'm going by, basic liberty rules. I believe the same thing for Muslims, Christians, Jews. It's if the First Amendment's the First Amendment, it's for all or it's for none. So now we have it for none. And same thing this year. The lockdowns were totally anti-First Amendment. So someone said a flipper. I'm not flipping. This is real. This is reality. Here's a dose of reality in a sea of lies. You're welcome for providing that. And thank you for being here because I couldn't do this without you. So as much as I'm saying you're welcome, I'm also saying thank you because without you, I'm nothing. I'm just some guy sitting there, probably living in a crappy apartment, getting mold poisoning or something. So thank you. I got to thank you more than that. But in general, what am I flipping on? I said this years ago. I'm just telling you, when I said it in 2019, people don't want to hear it. When I report on lockdown, some want to hear it, some don't. That's just real. You're welcome for the realness. It's hard to find. Someone said, do you understand now why libertarians hate the government? Yeah, I've always understood why libertarians hate the government. Absolutely. I get it. Amanda Craven said, this is the first stage of grief, denial. It totally sucks, but I get it. But it's just total denial. Maybe a miracle could occur, but not likely. I hear you, Amanda. Ronica Butler said, if you go to the Church of Satan website, the name of the 5th degree is Maga. I find that very odd. Who came up with it? Maga. That is interesting. I'm afraid to go to their website. Your audience should be asking, why did Trump flip, not you? Honesty is a true sign of man. Thank you, EZP Network. Lydia, I'm going to see this. Lydia Marie said, did you hear Dr. Shiva had serious evidence of fraud and spoke to Eric Trump, who was interested but never contacted Shiva about the proof? Yeah, I don't know about that, but here's what I'll say. I think, didn't they put Shiva on one of those election fraud councils, and he spoke, and I think the president retweeted him or something. So, I'm not going to throw Eric Trump under the bus. I think Shiva spoke his stuff, and I believe that a lot of Trumpers shared it. So I think they got most of the information out there, but I don't know. You'd have to. Yeah, I just read the Shiva comment. I don't know about that. You'll have to talk to Shiva. Someone said, thank you for being a stand-up dude and having morals. I try. I'm not pretending to be anything special or perfect. I'm just saying, I think I'm not flip-flopping. I don't know. I said this before. Someone said 2020 divided by 666 equals 30330 Biden-Harris campaign text code. Yeah, I know. I covered that in one of my videos. Thank you, Zach, on Facebook. I see you. I appreciate the comment. Dialogue Progress said, do you believe there might be an underground ring of pedophiles that includes Joe Biden and many the others who fight Trump in every waking moment, says Dialogue. If you just Google human trafficking, you could see it's $1 billion industry. Even Dr. Phil had somebody who was trafficked on. And what did that person say on Dr. Phil? They said that I was trafficked. There's celebrities, elites, politicians. So no question, there's people that are pedophiles. There's no question that there is $1 billion industry for human and child trafficking. To me, that's undeniable. It happens. It's real. The question is who's involved with it and who's not. I don't deny for a second it's real. My only suggestion to people, if you make your whole life about it, just be accurate about it. What do I think? Of course, I have my thoughts and I have my ideas of who I think's in on it and who's not. But as a reporter, I make sure if I ever speak about it, I know that they're trying to censor that. I know that they're trying to take people down for talking about that. So if I'm going to speak on it, I'm going to speak truth. I'm not going to get sloppy with it because in my opinion, if you get sloppy with it, it's the same as calling everybody racist. If everyone's racist, no one knows who's racist anymore. If everyone's a pedophile, no one knows who's a pedophile anymore. So I absolutely have my ideas with who I think's in on it. And I know it's obviously a real thing, but in order to solve it, you're going to need really hard evidence. So I like to be calculated with what I say and what I do for multiple reasons. One, legal reasons, but also just I don't want to be a liar. So if you really want to take down pedophiles that are doing high-level child trafficking, like hiding kids and stuff, you're going to need proof, video evidence, and you're going to have to take it to the right legal person. If you're just spouting off ideas and stuff, it's not really going to help. But I know people don't want to hear that, but that's just how I feel about it, where it's like if I had secret real intel or something, I would share it with the law enforcement, but I don't have that. I have the same thing you guys have: Google, YouTube, BitChute, Internet Parlor, people saying stuff. So I try to filter through what's real and what's not. But if you look at the industry and look how powerful it is, of course. And I think it becomes high value because it's so illegal and it's so bad that it's $1 billion industry. You get what I'm saying? You look at people like Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, look at Epstein, look at the flight logs. Who didn't know? Who knew? I can't tell you which people on the flight logs. I'm sure some people on the flight logs had no idea. They were, getting trapped and honeypotted or something. I'm sure some people on the flight logs knew exactly what was going on. Who does and who doesn't, I can't tell you, but that's all, that's all public information for the most part, and that's up to you. But yeah, I think with the Epstein stuff, it's pretty clear that something was going on. I think everybody to an extent knows that. My thing is, I don't know what I can really do about it in general, where it's like they had the guy in custody. They had him in custody and the cameras turned off and then he went God knows where. So, it's like that was a pretty big bummer, and that now they have Ghislaine Maxwell. Let's see what happens. I'm not overly optimistic, but to me, it's like if that movement, the Q people who say things, they're not really doing as much as they claim to be doing. Some of them are good, but most of them are not good. Most of them are super sloppy and super just misleading. And there's military bases. There probably are military bases, but as far as do they have proof? No. The proof is with Epstein. The proof is with Ghislaine Maxwell. What's going to go down? I don't know. But to me, that's like the smoking gun. If they can't get it out of those people and none of these people have video evidence of anything, that's not going to lead to anything. But who knows? I don't know. Someone said this is a projection of yourself. I don't even know what you're talking about. Okay, you got the Q thing and you're mad. I get it. Someone said, we're allowed to have our opinions. If you're a reporter or a journalist and paid for your info, it should be correct. For sure. And I don't even know that I call myself a news analyst. I analyze the news. But when I do my news videos, I pride myself on accuracy because why would I want to lie to people? For sure. Off record, if I'm with a friend or something, I'm being way more loose and just saying what I think, And sometimes on here, I give my own opinions, but I tell you that they're opinions. But when I'm doing a full-blown video, I don't want to tell you with 100% certainty, this is true, and then have it not be true. Because one, I look like an idiot. Two, it's fake. And I don't think, and this is where I don't understand with a lot of people that have big influences. I don't think I'm a special enough person to be able to lie to people and make it seem like I'm a good person for doing it. I think that's evil. I don't like that. So it's like, why does the left bother me? A lot of reasons, but one of them, the left-wing journalists, they think they can lie and be wicked and just be nasty and be rude and be false and be smearing everybody. And they think they're so great because I'm better than Trump. I'm not Trump, so I'm so much better than Maga. That's what makes them bad. It's the psychology of thinking you have no self-awareness, no self-accountability because you're so much better than middle America. They hate conservatives. They hate a lot of white people. They hate you if you're black or Hispanic or Asian and conservative. They hate you. So they think they're better than you because they hate you, and that makes them better. That's not true. That's why they're terrible people. It's no different with MAGA or Q people. If you're a good person, you're a good person. But if you think you're so much better than the left and pedophiles that you're allowed to just say whatever you want, you're not as bad as a pedophile that's doing like sick stuff with little kids. But at the same time, you're not a good journalist. You're not a truther. You're not really helping the zeitgeist of information that much. So I think it's the same dynamic. When you have no self-awareness or self-accountability, you become what you hate. You become the left, you become fake news, and we don't want to do that. Someone said the Q, watch out, the Q shaman's going to put some juju on me. Woo! We got to pray to the Lord Jesus Christ, get rid of the juju, the energy, the bad vibes, the fake spirituality, get it out of my face. All right, I got it out. It's gone. He put some bad vibes on me. No, I'm just kidding. Rich Kid said Anomaly can't point a finger at pedos without getting demonetized. That's not true, Rich. I'm telling you the truth. A lot of these accounts that got demonetized, some of them unrightfully so, they're inaccurate. What about what I just said bothers you? You want to lie. You think you're exactly the type of person who I'm talking about. You think you're so much better than everybody that it's okay to just make up stuff or do sloppy reporting. I don't do that here. When I talk about pedophiles, I have in the past, I have for years, I talk accurately. I give real facts. I say what I know and I don't know. I'm not an egomaniac and a coward and a con artist who just says, I'll just say whatever I think and whatever I feel and run people down rabbit holes. You're the same as somebody who calls everyone racist. Now racism doesn't matter anymore. You're embarrassing the whole movement. You're embarrassing it. If you give QAnon all this credit, it was really Julian Assange and WikiLeaks in 2016. They launched the whole movement of investigation into that stuff, and Q took it and threw everybody off a cliff. Yes, he woke a lot of people up and then put them right back to sleep and made them look like idiots thinking that there's a military operation. So I'm not fake. I'm not afraid of getting demonetized by talking about it. I just don't want to be a liar. Why would I sit here and lie to you? Who am I to be a liar? You want to follow a liar? Go follow a liar. Well, they lie to me and they're right wing, so they're liars. Well, they lie and talk about what I want to hear. Then go find one. I don't lie, not because I don't want to get demonetized. I've been demonetized. I'll probably eventually get demonetized again, but I'm going to go down telling the truth. Imagine going down being a liar. How embarrassing is that? When I got demonetized on Facebook, I got demonetized for telling the truth. So I went down swinging with the truth. You go down with a lie, pathetic. Embarrassing. You got your Twitter account taken and you're a con artist like Vincent Kennedy and Praying Medic. Embarrassing. You got demonetized and you're still a fraud. Pathetic. I don't do that. Sorry, folks. If you want to find some super secret watermark trust sessions plan, you're not going to find it here. Oh, Anomaly's afraid of it. No, I'm not afraid of anything, but I'm not a liar. So I don't understand what point you're trying to make. Oh, you told me the truth, and I would go find them. Get out of here. We don't like your kind around here, boy. No, I'm just kidding. Someone said no sloppy reporting here. No, just wait till my next video. And here's the flip side. I'm going to show you what these people are planning, but it's the opposite of what these Q accounts are saying. The Q accounts are telling you what the World Economic Forum is talking about is a good thing. They're like a psyop to make people think that the global agenda is the MAGA agenda. Psyop, liars. I'm not afraid of getting demonetized. I am not a liar. You think lockdowns are good and blackouts are good? You're being fooled. Psyop, brainwashed. You let the enemy get inside your brain, filled with demon energy. That's what's happening. You're excited for a blackout because Linwood posted it. Guess who else is planning that? The people you claim to be fighting. That's called inversion of reality, folks. That means up is down, down is up. That's the devil. That's not the Lord there, folks. That's the devil. So I'm going to give you real information, real reporting, and hopefully save some souls. Because if you follow these liars, you're going to end up thinking the plan of the globalists is the plan of Trump. That's what they do. Hey, guys, we're fighting the globalists by helping the globalists. Yeah. Wow. Cool. Whoa. Wow. I'm afraid of being demonetized. Yeah. They get demonetized because they're idiots. I stand up for people who get banned off Twitter. I don't think it's right, but half these accounts are frauds. It's pathetic. If you're going to get deleted for speaking the truth. Trump didn't deserve to get deleted. No one deserves to get deleted, but half these accounts, they don't even have anything to show for it. Their legacy is being a liar. In the epicenter of humanity, they told people to trust the plan of Jeff Sessions and Bill Barr and lockdowns and blackouts. That's pathetic. That's not good. That's evil. So that's sad. That's a sad world. Anyway, let's not get lost in the sauce, folks. Someone said everything I've read about the movement is against they tell you it's against the globalist movement. They give you all the real information, and then they tell you that internet blackouts are good. Hey guys, there's an internet blackout coming. There's an internet blackout, and Trump's gonna send an emergency order when it blacks out. Why would he tell you to post it on Parler if this is some sort of secret operation? Folks, they're lying. They're telling you they're fighting the globalists. They're giving you all the information about how bad the globalists are. And then everything that they do, from blackouts to lockdowns, they flip it and say that that's the secret plan. That's a good thing. So they're fighting the globalists by giving you semi-real information about it. And then they lead you down the path of hell and make you celebrate your own demise. It's a total fake. Someone said, let's talk about Italy. Let's talk about it. Another fraud, another talking point that's going to lead to nothing. They're getting your hopes up, telling you that there's an affidavit from Italy that's going to flip the election, and it's not. It's another hoax. Is something going on in Italy? Maybe. Is this going to flip the election? No, it's the same thing as, oh, the servers are in Germany. How many accounts did you guys saw? The servers are in Germany, and the good guys, the white hats, they do you remember that? They were all talking, the servers got seized in Germany. One of the congressmen said that, and then I researched it, and he was quoting an account that was like an anonymous fake account. These people suck at telling the truth. They suck at dot connecting. Is there something weird going on with the machines? Probably, but was there a secret sting operation in Germany to seize the servers? No, you would know about it. It didn't happen. They certified the election for Biden. That's not what Trump wanted. He didn't want them. He wanted them to certify the election for Trump, like they did in 2016. So you're being played, folks. I'm sorry that I'm the only one who has the heart to tell you. TF Talk says the super secret plan is to turn this into a communist country so the people can speak against being in a communist country. And it's controlled opposition now. So now instead of fighting the truthers in the MAGA, the media is fighting QAnon. Why? Because it's an easy movement to fight, because 50% of them act like idiots and 50% of them are semi-legit, but most of them aren't. So it's a controlled opposition battle. Now it's Trump versus Charlottesville, Trump versus QAnon. It's not because they're good and right. It's because they're the easy scapegoat to brand the whole MAGA movement as Q and then sink the ship. And they're already doing it. And they're using it to take down Parler. So beware. Kay says, When Trump wasn't pardoning Snowden or Assange and his admin went even harder to extradite Assange, I lost faith. He owes Assange for 2016. Yeah, everybody had a secret plan about him. All the people in Trump's administration probably want to kill Julian Assange. They're not freeing him. Maybe they will, but they're freeing like an Israeli spy or something. That's what they're doing. They're not freeing Julian Assange. They might. I hope they do. But yeah, most of Trump's administration hates Julian Assange. Desi and Rebecca Desiderio, what's going on, Rebecca? So what's your best advice to separate the lies from the truth when researching? It's a good question. Just have discernment. I think there's a lot of bad actors out there who want to, and then someone said, where do we go from here? I'll answer after. But there's a lot of bad actors out there, so have discernment. If you see an article, don't just share it and believe it. Try to cross-reference it to other people. Search about it. See, if something as big as the Pope or Obama getting arrested, you'd hear about it. Trust me. It wouldn't be in one fringe article. Even if Alex Jones isn't even talking about it, then it's probably, it's like even conspiracy outlets are not even talking about it. Just a website you've never heard of, that's a red flag. Just have discernment. Don't dive deep head first into things that people say. I don't know what to really tell people besides the only reason I'm even here is because the news was so fake. It was annoying me in 2016. So I wanted to do my own news analysis because I was just shocked at how fake it was. So that's the whole reason people say, who do you trust? Who do you follow? I'm not this paranoid person, but I don't really fully trust anybody or I try to cross-reference it myself. And even people I follow, sometimes I disagree with them. Like sometimes they'll say some opinion and I don't agree with, just like I'm sure some people don't agree with my opinion. So, I don't have a real answer, but too many people would just post anything without cross-referencing. I would try to cross-reference and look it up and really try to find it. Someone said the Pope was arrested this morning. The Pope was at service this morning. The Pope was praying this morning and talking about Trump and what's going on. The Pope was not arrested this morning. That's what a fake article said. Let's see. Let me. Now they're going to say a bunch of MAGA has a fake Pope hoax. He was in the flesh, literally on camera this morning. And he was condemning the Capitol movement. It's a fake hoax. It's a fake article, folks. Do I think there's going to be an internet blackout? Eventually, I think there's going to be an internet blackout. And I'll tell you what, smart people and wise people and people who listen to people who tell the truth will understand if an internet's blacked out, it's another power grab. It's going to be another COVID type restructuring of society. And I'm going to talk about it in my next video. And I hope it doesn't happen, but I think they're planning for it. I think they are preparing for it. So I think it will happen. But Lynn Wood is telling people that if the internet goes black, that means that Trump has a super emergency service. So isn't that interesting? The World Economic Forum is planning for a blackout. And they say if the world blacks out, COVID is going to look small compared to a world blackout. And Lynn Wood's saying it's a good thing. So smart people will understand if it blacks out, you're going to want the power back on and it could be a power grab if it's a national blackout. And morons who follow QAnon and trust the plan accounts are going to think it's a secret sting operation like they thought the lockdown was. So yeah, I think it'll eventually happen. But when it does, it's probably the global. That's what I'm saying. It's probably the global people that are going to restructure and not Trump and the nationalists. That's not what's going to happen. But these accounts invert reality. This is the MAGA trap. They tell you the plan of the global cabal or whatever you want to say, or they have a plan. Ooh, the lockdown. Ooh, Trump's working with Fauci to expose Fauci. No, he worked with Fauci to work with Fauci. He was with the lockdown. Trump wasn't fighting it. It's sad, but whatever. You get it. Someone said, by anomaly, keep watching the phony effing media, conspiracy bear. Bro, what? I don't watch the media. I don't own a television. I don't watch the media. What are you mad at? Are you mad I'm not lying to people about the Pope being arrested? The Pope wasn't arrested. Will he eventually? I don't know. I can't see into the future. What about the 3-star general saying that Trump's the laptop? Well, reference what else the 3-star general said. That same general I was researching. I can't remember which one it was, but that same general either said that there was this watermark ballot plan or they servers got arrested in Germany. He's already been wrong multiple times just because he's a 3-star general. Guys, it's like, oh, he's a government agent. He must tell me the truth. I thought you didn't like the government. Now you trust the government. What else has he been wrong about? I mean, you guys are too easy to fool. That same guy has already been wrong multiple times about this election. So I haven't done the full research on it, so I don't want to speak on it. But in a couple minutes of researching that guy, I found that he already pushed a fake theory 2 months ago. So just because he's a general, General Flynn said, I am 100%, 10 out of 10 sure that Trump will be there on January 20th. If he's not, why would a general lie to you? I don't know. I can't tell you why people do these things, but I don't trust every military person. I don't trust every government person. People will hear something about, oh my God, he said, how many times have they done this to you? This is the trap, folks. They've done this to us so many times already. They've embarrassed MAGA 100 times. What's his name? I want to see the 3-star general. I'm going to look it up. Do you guys know his name, the 3-star general? I'm going to, what did he say? 3-star general Pelosi. What's his name? Oh, Thomas McErney. Let me see. Let's see. All right. Thomas McErney. Let's see what else he's been talking about. Let's see. I'm sorry. I'm doing I'll do some little research live. Let me see. Let's see. I gotta find what I found before, but I saw some other thing he did he was totally wrong about. So I don't know. Someone said, I'm tired of hearing you rambling. Then go somewhere else. Anomaly, don't tell me this is a lie. I love to be lied to. It's like, guys, if you want the lie, go somewhere else. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. It's ruining the MAGA movement, folks. It's ruining the MAGA movement. It's really sad. How many times have these people lied to you before? How many times have you heard a 3-star general said that there's a secret server in Germany? We have it. The White Hats have it. The CIA collected the data in Germany any day now. We're going to prove it. They never did. It's like hoax after hoax after hoax. It's turning the MAGA movement into a pathetic movement. Guys, they want to call you a conspiracy theorist. They want to call me a conspiracy theorist. Do you know how I beat that? They could eventually demonetize me like they did or take me away. But do you know how I try to beat that? With the truth. They can call me what they want, but I know what I am, and I do real reporting. If you become a bad conspiracy theorist and you're wrong 6 out of 10 times, you're proving their point. You look really dumb. You look just as dumb as CNN when they lie. Why would you want to be a liar? I'm tired. You're not tired of hearing me rambling. You love hearing me rambling. You're tired of hearing me say things you don't want to hear. You want to believe it, and you want to get embarrassed again, and you want to get set up and thrown in a honeypot and taken out. And then you're just gonna move to the next slide, because apparently that's what people want to do. They love to just be lied to. Someone said, I've been waiting for the Q shoe to drop since 2017. It's been a psyop. It's real information, real stuff mixed with total fabricated live action role play where you're a digital soldier saving the world because Bill Barr's Batman. It's been a fraud the whole time. I'm gonna look up real quick. Let me see. I'm just going to do. All right, I'm going to read this real quick. This was he said on November 28th, the U.S. Army, the U.S. Special Forces Command seized a server farm in Frankfurt, Germany. He said that it didn't go down without incident. And then he said, I haven't been able to verify it, McErney explains. I want to be careful in that. It's just coming out, but I understand my initial report is that there were U.S. soldiers killed in that operation. So this same guy talking about Nancy Pelosi's laptop went on television and said that the U.S. Army seized a server in Frankfurt, Germany, and I can't verify it. Why would you say it on television if you can't verify it? If you're a military, a 3-star general, wouldn't you know? Wouldn't someone wouldn't you want to go on TV and he said, I want to be careful with that. It's just coming out, but I understand some people were killed in the operation. It probably never even happened to begin with. So he went on TV, spread this whole theory about a server in Germany being seized by the good guys and someone dying. And he said, I'm not even sure that it exists. If you're not sure, why would you say it on television? You think I'm going to go on television and be like, here's a thing? And it's like, what? So these people are just not to be trusted. No offense. It's like, so he's already been wrong. So what is this laptop? These people are just like reading Twitter accounts. One of the congressmen from Texas, he went on television and started talking about stuff. And he said, I'm not sure about it. I had a source and I went to the source. It was some BS account on Twitter. You got congressmen like quoting fake Twitter accounts. This is Rudy Giuliani quoted Nick Fuentes and said that Nick Fuentes has proof that these people were like, operatives or something. Nick Fuentes was glad that people sieged the Capitol. So you had Giuliani quote Nick Fuentes out of context and said he thinks it's a setup when Nick Fuentes literally said the opposite on his show. So Rudy Giuliani's spreading fake information on his. I don't know why these people are so sloppy. That's why I do my own reporting. I think Rudy Giuliani means well, but he's quoting Nick Fuentes out of context and saying he means something that he literally said the opposite of. I don't know what these people are doing just because they're a general or rude. I don't know. I don't just sit like I know people want to trust them. I get the dynamic. It's like, well, they wouldn't lie to me. They have secret intel. It's like they're humans too, and sometimes they screw up. And apparently, some of them screw up more than others. Giuliani has a great history of doing great stuff, but I do too much research to believe things that I know are just clearly not true. I could play the clip of what Rudy Giuliani said next to the clip of what Nick Fuentes said. It's a bad look. I don't know what to tell you guys. But someone said you deserve something very bad, said Charles. Bro, you guys are becoming evil. Now you're wishing evil on me because I'm telling the truth about Rudy Giuliani being wrong about something. If you are so into what's going on that you want to believe a lie, go somewhere else. But now you're like a demon. You're wishing evil on me because I said something you don't want to hear. What do you want to hear? This 3-star general would never spread a fake theory, even though he did a month ago on Fox News. Okay, there, I said it. But he did. That's what happened. And he was wrong. And it never happened. You would know if they seized a server. If they seized a server and had the intel, Trump would have been certified. But Biden was certified. I didn't want Biden to be certified, but that's what happened. If there was a plan, they would have done it. You have 10 days left to hallucinate and cast spells on me because you're such a demon. But then get a grip. Forgive yourself and apologize to me because it's getting pathetic. Don said, why did Trump let this Q crap go on for so long? Because it's voters. Why would you want to kneecap a movement of people who like you? They love Trump. They want to fight pedophiles. Like he was like, whatever. I think he answered it pretty well. He's like, listen, if they want it, whatever. Like, I don't even know that much about it. Why would you condemn your own voters before an election? I understand why he let it go on. It's great for them. For Trump, it's great. You get tens of millions of people or millions of people to worship you. They think Dan Scavino is like Aquaman. You think Dan Scavino doesn't like it? Dan Scavino posts a picture of Trump standing next to an Abraham Lincoln picture, and they go, oh my gosh, Trump standing next to Abraham Lincoln? That means that he's Abraham Lincoln. Oh my gosh. And then they send a picture of Trump next to Andrew Jackson. They're like, oh my God, Andrew Jackson did martial law. Trump's going to do martial law. You think the Trump administration doesn't love the QAnon movement? They love it. It makes them look like Aquaman. Dan Scavino probably, like every day Pompeo tweets America first. And they're like, whoa, oh my God, Mike Pompeo is going to be the new vice president. They're laughing hysterically. They're getting so many followers and so much clout off it. You love them. You worship them. It's like, why wouldn't he? Why would he stop that before an election? They probably love it. It's a pro-government movement. Why would the government stop a pro-government movement? They love it. They're like, yes, they love us. They think we're God. They want that. That's like very ideal. Press Reset Earth said, why will they present as solutions for the blackout once it happens? I'm guessing it was December. Let me do the blackout video tomorrow. Tomorrow, the blackout video comes out. I got to write my book. I got to edit it. I've been here for 2 hours. We got to work. We got to work out more. We got to get stronger. We got to get stronger. We got to get faster. We got to eat better. We got to be prepared. We got to get all the muscle groups in. We got to do jumping jacks. So I got a big day ahead of me. Let me see. Someone said, why are there troops deployed for the to DC? Here's what I'll say. I'll give you an example of bad dot connecting, and then I'll tell what you know. Bad dot connecting says there's troops in DC. What that means is the Pope got arrested and Trump is cracking down on Pelosi. Like, that's bad dot connecting. Good dot connecting is there's troops in DC because they just had a big protest that turned into a, domestic terrorist siege of some extent, where people, got into government offices. So they're probably just loading the Capitol for optics, for extra protection, to act like it, Trump supporters are so scary. And in general, they're probably bracing for another attack and at least trying to pretend like they are. So it makes Trump supporters even look worse, that they need that much military. So I'm guessing that's why they're doing it. I don't think it's a super secret good guy operation. I think they just want to, prevent another thing like that from happening, / purposely overreact to make it look all scary. But if you want to believe that it means that Nancy Pelosi's laptop is going to provide the evidence to save the Trump administration after they already certified the election results and it's literally impossible, that's up to you. Hank said, I know how frustrating it can be when all you want to do is have honest dialogue and people keep shutting it down in disbelief. Here's $10 for continuing to speak what you know true. Much respect. Thank you, Hank. It can be frustrating, but it can also be funny. That's why we work out. That's why we do jumping jacks. That's why we turn this into a fitness comedy show. That's why we argue with people on live stream. That's why we have a good time. It gets frustrating, but it can also be funny, All right. Charles said, wake up. Charles, do not be a dumb animal, BitChute, no more news. Bro, I know I've been on Adam Green's platform before. I've talked to him. You're acting like a psychopath, dude. What are you freaking out about? I watch Adam's channel. I've been on his channel. I believe Adam likes me. I know he likes me. So it's like, okay, you like Adam, you like me, Adam likes me. What's your problem? Okay, people can go watch his channel too. You're acting like a psychopath, dude. You're like, you're wishing like demonic spells on me and stuff. Get a grip, weirdo. It's like, okay, you got your plug in. You're acting like a psychopath. Why? What are you doing? Just stop. Do I really think special forces got Pelosi's laptop? No. I don't think they got it at all. And I think if special forces got Pelosi's laptop, they would just return it. I don't think the special forces are against Pelosi as much as you think. So no, I don't think that at all. If you want to keep it open and be like, maybe or maybe not, but like, how many times have people dove head first into this theory and then been wrong and then they dive head? It's the sting operation. No, it isn't. It's the secret servers in Frankfurt. We got them. It's the Pelosi laptop. Maybe something will happen with Pelosi's laptop. I can almost guarantee it's not, but maybe it does. It's missing. Maybe they turn it in, or I don't know. If you want to believe that, that's fine. But how much faith do I have in that? Like 1%. Six Semper Tyrannis said, I support Trump, but I have a problem with I have no problem criticizing him like the bump stock ban. Those who refuse to criticize are pushing civil war. I fought in Iraq. You don't want that in the USA. I love freedom. Well, God bless you. Thank you for your service. And exactly. I mean, a lot of pro-Second Amendment people were very furious about the bump stock ban. And I think they have every right to be, especially a soldier. Imagine fighting like he did in Iraq and then getting infringed upon with a bump stock. Now, if you have a bump stock, it's technically illegal, even though you could just make one out of a belt. That's pretty messed up. And that's why when people are like, he didn't infringe on the first two amendments, like he kind of did. It could have been worse, but it's okay to stand your ground. If you're a veteran, you have a service to your country. Even if you're just a regular citizen, just as much as you want to serve the president, you serve the Constitution, you serve the Second Amendment. So it's totally okay if the whole military or all the veterans said, hey, Trump, we like you, but we don't agree with this bump stock ban. To me, it's like, I think more of that is the solution for the Republican Party in the future. We can't just ignore everything because then we get walked all over. And I think that's what happened over the last year or two. They took advantage of us, and both parties did. LP, and then I got to go in a minute, said politics is the new religion. Bunch of weirdos stand for nothing but falling for everything. You're not wrong. Thank you, LP, for the super chat. Someone said special ops grabbed a bunch of them while they went and ran and hide. Here's my question. Here's why I think that theory is fake. You ready? Special ops or special ops? if a bunch of Trump supporters can get into the office, do you not think special ops can get into the office? You don't think they could find a key or break in? If they really want to get Nancy Pelosi's laptop, you think they need to wait until Trump supporters go into Congress to get it? Of course not. Just use common sense, folks. Special ops probably could take it on any day of the week. If they have a warrant or a reason, they don't even need they don't even need her approval. They could just go in whenever. If a Trump supporter can get into the office, so could special ops. Maybe did that happen? Possibly. Is it a possibility? Absolutely. But do they need that to happen? To me, it just reminds me of the Q stuff. Does the military need to tell you on a message board what they're doing? Obviously not. The military is not going to tell you. They're not going to tell me. Most people in the military don't even know what the military is doing because they don't just tell everybody in the military everything they're doing all the time. That would be a terrible strategy move. So why would special forces need this just in order to take Pelosi's laptop? They could probably get it at any moment, at any time in the last 4 years. Why would they wait until 10 days before the election? Why would they wait until after certification? Biden's been certified. Say you get Pelosi's laptop. At this point, probably the best you could do is get her out of office in a Harris-Biden administration. How in the world would this make any sense? You just want to believe that there's some super secret plan and there's only 10 days left. So you got to just make up a theory. It doesn't make any sense. Say they had Pelosi's laptop. What's that going to do? At worst, it's going to be like, okay, you're out, Pelosi. Doesn't mean Trump's going to go in. Come on, guys. I mean, really? I don't know. Maybe. It's fun to think about. It's like watching like a Tom Clancy movie or something. You're like, ooh, they got her laptop. It's like, maybe, but then what? What's going to happen? Someone said Robert Barnes basically agrees with your basic positions. I just like how you said basic two times. Viva, Frey, and Barnes Law. Yeah, I like Robert Barnes. I follow him on Twitter. I think he's pretty legit. I don't know everything he says, but I like Robert Barnes a lot. He seems like a good guy from what I've seen. All right, let me read one or two more and then I'm out. Here's a good comment. Someone says it's a government laptop on government servers. They could remote in whenever they want. People don't think about this stuff though. They just want to hear they think it's like live action role playing. It's like watching Aquaman. You're like Bill Barr's Aquaman, Jeff Sessions' Aquaman. Now it's Mike Pompeo. All the Q accounts are like worshiping Mike Pompeo. It's like, listen, if you like Mike Pompeo, that's fine. He seems like he'd be a fun guy to have a beer with. I don't want to knock him because working in government's tough. Who knows what he does? But it's like they think Mike Pompeo now is like this wizard. Mike Pompeo probably loves it. You think he doesn't know? He's in his office and he's like, yo, all these Q accounts think I'm like Jesus Christ reincarnate. Yeah, he's going to stop that movement. They're like, Mike Pompeo is going to arrest Mike Pence and be the new vice president. Pompeo's like, hey, he's probably having a great time with it. He's like, man, I'm the best. And then in a month, they're going to turn on Mike Pompeo. Mike Pompeo's a traitor. He's a traitor. He didn't overturn the election. And then Mike Pompeo's not going to like you anymore. This is what they'll do. I love Jeff Sessions. I hate Jeff Sessions. I love Bill Barr. I hate Bill Barr. I love you. Hey, I don't agree with you. I hate you. You're an agent. You're working for Mossad. I love my Bill Barr. It's like, and then it's like, I love Pompeo. I hate Pompeo. It's Mike Pence. It's like, guys, it reminds me of being in a loony bin with a bunch of people with straitjackets. Dude, you don't understand. You didn't read all the posts. It's like, I've read the posts. I get it. Some of it's real. Some of it's not. Human trafficking's real. Bill Barr's not Aquaman. Why can't we double task? Epstein is real. He worked with a lot of high-profile people. You could try to connect the dots, but it doesn't mean Mike Pompeo's Aquaman. He doesn't swim out of the ocean, fly, and save your life. So these people are like unstable. They love you one day. They hate you the next day. They're not loyal. They're the least loyal people. Multiple people who broke into the Capitol were Q supporters. The girl who died was a Q supporter. She's retweeting Q and Lynn Wood. And then a bunch of these Q people turn around and say she was Antifa. That's her legacy. She got murdered for you guys. And you throw her under the bus and say she wasn't real. That's how loyal these people are. They'll stab you in the back in a second, the second you become mentally sane. The second you're mentally sane, they'll call you an agent of Mossad or Antifa. Someone said, are you calling us loony? Who's us? Am I calling you loony, Cecilia? No, I think you're a wonderful woman. Am I saying certain people that act like that are loony? That's what I'm saying, yeah. Someone said the fly warned us about Pence. Yeah, the fly did warn us about it. It said, bzz. It said this Pence is working with Mossad. And then I was like, did you hear the fly? And then everyone's like, dude, did you hear the fly? It said Pence was working with Mossad. I mean, Pence is Pence. He's a politician. He's a Republican. He's not going to save your life. He's not Aquaman. He's not going to swim through the ocean and certify the election results for Trump. He can't do that. He could have made a statement that would have meant nothing. It would have pleased a bunch of Trump supporters, but he's probably thinking, why do I even want to please these people when they're going to stab me in the back in a month anyway? They're going to blame me as soon as it doesn't go through. So he had a decision to make. I don't fully blame him, but whatever. Why don't I call out the arrest warrant he has? Because I don't know about an arrest warrant. Folks, don't believe me. Don't believe these Q accounts. Just use your eyes. If they have an arrest warrant out for them, that means they're going to get arrested. If they get arrested, you're going to hear about it. The media hates Mike Pence. So if Mike Pence gets arrested or whoever you think has a warrant out for his arrest, you'll know about it. If it doesn't happen within the next 3 months, move on and stop being fooled so much. Do I report on the warrant? No, because it's probably not real. If there was a warrant out for his arrest, it'd be in every newspaper on the planet because they don't like conservatives. And if he did get arrested, he'll know about it. So is it real? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know everything under the sun, but how many theories are you going to throw at me that never happened? Why is this the movement now? I post a picture of Mike Pompeo on my Facebook and I say, hey guys, it looks like he's transitioning to Joe Biden. What do you think? 50, 60, 70% of the comments on Facebook are like, no, it's not over. He's just lying. He's a traitor. I'm like, listen, I can only say what I say. If I lose half my audience, I lose half my audience. I don't think I will, but in general, I don't know what you want to hear from me. I've read the arrest warrant and everyone's going to jail soon. Is that what's going to happen? If you want to think that, I'm not stopping you. I'm just a guy in your cell phone right now or you're on your computer. I disappear if you just click X. Charles was mad at me. Now he likes me. He told me to check out Adam's channel, which I've already been on before he got taken off of YouTube. But in general, maybe Charles likes me, maybe he doesn't. But there's a good solution for it. If you don't like me, you just click X. It's nuts. And then I just disappear. Or you turn your phone off or something. And then I go away. It's that crazy. Technology is a wild thing. What do I think of Parler being banned on Apple and Google? It's terrible. I'm doing a video about it. I have a video on the World Economic Forum stuff, and then my next video is going to be about Parler and Apple. I'm going to put out a good argument for why Apple's wilding, Google's wilding, and they have total double standards. I'm going to show it all. So I think it's terrible what happened, but it's not surprising, but it's not right. No, I agree. Drop and give us 50. I mean, I do want to do some push-ups, but if I don't try to do some push-ups, I don't know. I'm in the mood for some push-ups for sure. All right, we'll do push-ups. You can't see it on Facebook, but maybe you can see part of it. My fingers. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, 20 push-ups. I'm not doing 100. My face is red like a plum. All right, we got to go, folks. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless America. God bless the world. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully you consider, that's all I ask for is your consideration. Whew. Consider what I said today. That's all. Just consider it. If you want to take it and throw it out the window, that's fine. If you want to click X and unfollow, trust me, I won't cry about it. I'm the only one. Hold on, I got to catch my breath. I'm the only one who doesn't cry when I lose followers. Everyone on Twitter, I lost 10,000 followers. I lost 20,000 followers. I don't care. I lost 10,000. Good. I want to lose more. I try to lose followers on Twitter. It's like, please unfollow me. Anomaly, you don't trust the plan. Anomaly, I have the secret military intel. Okay, just unfollow me. Oh, no, I lost 10,000. I wish I lost 20,000. Facebook, I can't even tell. You're not going to hear me cry. Oh, I lost 10,000 followers. I sound like an idiot. I have 1.6 million followers on Facebook. It's like, wow, I lost 100,000. Whatever. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for being here. But it's like these conservative accounts are just crying about their followers. It's so the reason your follower count went down is because they're banning accounts. You should be more concerned that they're banning accounts than you lost your followers. You lost your followers because the accounts are main followers went down. Who cares? How many do we have on Facebook? I don't know. I don't even check those analytics unless I need to send them to someone or something. It's like, who cares? Get over yourself. But God bless you guys. I appreciate you. I'll be back soon. I have 2 real videos. I'm talking like square. I'm talking like research, pop-ups, like the real deal videos that I do. 2 of them coming within the next 3 days. I have the ideas. I have the screenshots. I'm going in deep, and there's going to be one out tomorrow, and then there's going to be one out Tuesday. And then I need to take a break because I'm supposed to take a break on Saturday and Sunday, but I just never take a break. But I'm having a good time. I'm cleaning. I'm setting up a studio in my closet to record music with and stuff. So it's a good time. And then Wednesday, maybe I got to go to the beach or something because I can't just keep living like this. But appreciate y'all. I'll be back soon. Before I leave, 2 things. One, if you like these hats, I have a God Bless pink hat. The pink ones are in. GodBlessHat@DreamRare.com. The black and white ones, they take forever because it's made in the US and they're slow, COVID, whatever. And then stayintouchwithme.com is my free email list. Patreon.com/RareTalk is my Patreon. And I don't know. That's all. Oh, USAProductsOnly.com is my new website. We're working on it. We're answering your emails. We got so much good feedback. Already people telling me we don't have that many websites on it yet, but Liberty Tabletop emailed us and said, we had a huge spike in traffic and we couldn't figure out why. And then we found out your website listed us. So we're already changing lives, made in the USA products, already sales going up. We barely even launched it yet. So we're planning to do that to more businesses, your businesses. We're working on it. My team is going through 700-800 emails. We're trying to do our best. We're going to get it out there, but I'm pumped. We barely launched it and we're already getting messages from these companies that are like, you're crushing our traffic. And we don't even keep a single dollar. We're giving them 100% of all of it. That's what we're doing out here, folks. More push-ups, more jumping jacks, more workout. You think I'm joking. I'm going to be this big in 3 months, and they can never take me to the gulag. So that's what it is, folks. I'll see y'all soon. My goodness. I need some water.